All right, let's set up a few things here before this gets started. That is up. Man, this is gonna be something, man. I cannot lie to you. This is gonna be something. Let me set my stuff up because we gonna be here for a while, and this is going to be one of those type of games, man. The best two words in sports. Game 7. A champion will be crowned today. This is about to be a classic. At least history tells us this should be a classic. If you go back and look at the history of Game 7s, it's clear as day. Game 7 is a tough, gritty, low-scoring game. The last few Game 7s didn't even... I don't remember the last time a Game 7 reached 100 points. Game 7 2016 didn't get 100. Game 7 2013 didn't reach 100. Game 7 2010 didn't reach 100. Game 7 2005 between the... that wasn't going to reach 100 between the Pistons and the Spurs. Pistons Spurs didn't reach 100. Lakers Celtics didn't reach 100. Heat Spurs didn't reach 100. Cavs Warriors didn't reach 100. Game 7, the nerves are real. You always want to have an opportunity to play in a Game 7 because it's a do or die situation. There is no tomorrow. There is no next game. Game 7 for the championship. The winner of this gets the title. The loser is going to suffer the worst level of pain you could suffer in sports. Because when you lose Game 7 of the NBA Finals, you were right there. You just had to win the game in front of you, and you win the championship. Now, if you're in a situation like the OKC Thunder, this would hurt twice as much, specifically because you had the best record in the NBA. You had home court advantage throughout the playoffs. You won damn near 70 games. You have the MVP of this season. You have to win this game. And with the history of the Thunder, you understand why winning this game is so important. They had a big three that got to the finals in 2012 with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. They lost that series in 5. Even though those 5 games were close, they lost that series in 5. And we all thought they'll be back. They'll be back. Now, just like that young big three in OKC with James Harden, KD, and Russ, just like we thought that group would be back in the finals, we may think this one would be back in the finals even if they do lose this. But we saw what happened with that big three. Shortly afterward, James Harden to the Rockets. Then they never made it back. They got to 2 conference finals afterwards. Couldn't get it done. That OKC unit that should have won a championship didn't win one. And now here we are, 13 years later. Another big three in OKC has a chance right here to win the title. If they lose tonight, they're not guaranteed to be back here. We don't know if they ever get back to this spot. A win here could open up the doors for them to be able to come back to the finals. A loss here could devastate the franchise the way that loss in the finals in 2012 devastated them. And it was unfortunate. But can this Thunder squad finish the story and deliver their first title in franchise history, or their second if you want to count the Seattle days, however you look at it? Meanwhile, for the Pacers, losing here would be devastating, but it would have been one hell of a ride. You were a team that people expected to be a second-round exit at best. No one expected anything from you. No one. Your best player was called overrated. He was voted the most overrated player in the league. You guys entered the playoffs and people thought you were food. Despite the fact that you got to the conference finals the previous year and lost to the eventual champions in the Celtics, nobody took you guys seriously. And yet you went on one of the most legendary postseason runs we've ever seen. And your best player, he's had one of the greatest postseason runs we've ever seen. It's been the clutchest player. The game-winning layup over Giannis. The game-winning step-back three in Game 2 against the number one seeded team in the Cleveland Cavaliers. The game-tying shot against the Knicks after that crazy comeback happened. And then a game-winning shot in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. If they finish this off, this will be the first or second greatest run we've ever seen by a team. And the interesting part about this is Rick Carlisle would be responsible. If they finish this off, Rick Carlisle will be the head coach that's responsible for the two greatest runs we've ever seen. 2011, that Dallas Mavericks team with Dirk and the crew. And then 2025 with this Pacers team. If Rick Carlisle and this team can pull it off, it would be one of the greatest. It would be one of the greatest runs in NBA history, but Rick Carlisle would have the two greatest runs we've ever seen in NBA history. A lot is on the line. The Pacers, we don't know if they're going to get back here. This could be a one-year wonder type thing. Maybe they continue to get this level of progression throughout the years, but you don't know. You don't know. When you're in the finals, you got to appreciate it. We saw what happened with Phoenix. Phoenix thought they'd be back. They never got back. They got close to the mountaintop, blew that 2-0 lead against the Bucks, went downhill, and they haven't been back since. You're not guaranteed to be back in the NBA Finals. So you have to handle your business tonight and win the championship. You don't know what's going to happen in the future, but you can control the present. Both teams know what's at stake. Both teams know what are on the line. Both teams understand the magnitude of Game 7. There is no Game 8. There is no other game. The final game of the 2024-2025 NBA season is just underway. And the winner of this matchup is winning an NBA championship. With everything on the line, what can you give for 48 minutes to win a title? We're about to find out right now. Game 7 of the NBA Finals has officially kicked off. Pacers get ball first. Here they win the tip. Here we go. 48 minutes for a champion to be crowned. Nembhard with the ball. He's going to drive. On Chet, pulls up mid-range. It's good. Nembhard hits his first shot of the game. So I'm putting the volume up here just a little bit. Excuse me for the lights. Here we go. Jalen Williams with the ball. He's going to drive. Gets in the paint. Shots blocked. Rebound Neesmith. He gets it to Nembhard. Nembhard to Halleburton. Halleburton back to Nembhard. Nembhard gets it to the corner. To Turner. Turner gets it to Halleburton. Halleburton. Step back three. He pulls up. But he's fouled. They're going to call a foul before the shot. So they're going to get the ball right back here. OKC, they know what's on the line. They got to be ready to play tonight. You cannot afford. The way they played in Game 6 was absolutely embarrassing, was humiliating. They've got to be better defensively here. Miles Turner for three. He can't hit it. Rebound goes to Chet. Chet Holmgren has to bring something in Game 7. They cannot win this game if he's doing nothing. Here's the MVP, SGA, getting into the paint, gets some space, mid-range jump shots, good. SGA ties the game with a mid-range jumper. Here comes Nembhard with the ball. He gets it to Siakam. Siakam left open for three. Siakam splashes the three. Early 5-2 advantage here for the Indiana Pacers. You cannot be leaving shooters open if you're OKC. You're a better defense than that. You're a historically great defense. You cannot be leaving guys open like that. Jalen Williams gets it to SGA. SGA drives to the basket. He's being rejected right there. He gets the ball knocked out of his hands. 3 seconds on the shot clock. He's got to put it up. He can't get it. Siakam gets the rebound. And they're going to call a loose ball foul on Chet. The nerves are there. The Pacers, they smell blood. The Pacers smell blood. The Pacers smell blood. Nembhard gets it to Miles Turner. Turner gets it to Halleburton. Halleburton back to Nembhard. 5-2 advantage here for the Pacers. Nembhard driving on Chet. Nembhard puts up the shot, gets blocked, but gets his own ball back. And he gets it to Siakam. Siakam in the corner, 5 seconds. Siakam pulls up, air ball, rebound, SGA. It's going to be that type of game. I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of bad shots because that's the type of game it's going to be. Blocking foul on Neesmith. Don't know if it's going to be before the shot. So he might be taking free throws here. What's going on, Bobby? Williams with the ball. He gets it to SGA. SGA being guarded by Nemhard. SGA tries to get to his spot, pulls up mid-range, and he knocks it down. SGA getting to his spot. He's made the first 2 baskets for OKC. 5-4 game here. Halleburton with the ball. Halleburton looking to get some space. Halleburton gonna drive. Halleburton layup is blocked. Beautiful defensive play here by OKC. What's going on, Cameron? OKC has a chance to get their first lead of the game here. Here comes SGA. Nearly loses the ball. Gets it to Hartenstein. Hartenstein. He's going to get it to Williams. Williams being heavily guarded by Neesmith. Williams gets it to Chet. Chet being guarded by Siakam. Chet turns, shoots, scores. And OKC takes their first lead of the game. Pacers got to get something going. They've missed their last few shots here. Halleburton gets it to Turner. Turner gets it to Siakam, who gets it right back to Halleburton. Halleburton to Turner in the corner. Turner, he's going to drive on Chet. He's looking. He's got an open Siakam. Siakam passes it one more to Halleburton. Halleburton for 3, and he splashes it. This is great ball movement here by the Pacers. They're getting everybody involved. Great ball movement, and there is the first 3 made here by Tyrese Halleburton. Chet with the ball, being guarded by Siakam. Siakam giving up no space. He's got to give it to Williams. Williams gonna get a screen from Chet. Neesmith fights through it. Williams puts up the shot. No good. Rebound goes to Nemhard. Great defense by both teams to start this game off. Halleburton pops another 3, and he puts it in. Deep threes, back-to-back threes here by Halleburton. The Pacers up 11-6. Halleburton seems healthy. The rest has helped him. He's made both his first 2 3-point shots. Hartenstein gets it to Dort. Dort, tough layup. He puts it in. 11-8 game here. Great play by Lou Dort. Siakam with the ball, being guarded by Hartenstein. Siakam, mid-range, puts it up. No good. Rebound, Chet. 3-point lead here for the Indiana Pacers. 7.5 left to go in the first quarter. Oh, great move by SGA. And he's fouled. He's going to the free throw line. How's your day so far? It's been pretty chill. Pretty chill day so far. Just been waiting for this game. Nothing's really happening. I've just been waiting for this game. We've all been waiting for this game. The intensity is high here in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Shea's going to the free throw line. He takes his first free throw. It's good. 11-9 game here. 7:21 left to go in the first quarter. SGA makes both free throws. 1-point lead here for the Pacers. Nemhard gets the ball. Neesmith is going to go sit down with 2 fouls. They need him defensively. So this is an early blow to the Pacers defensively. Here we go. Halleburton. He's feeling himself right now. Halleburton pops another 3. Halliburton short on the 3. But Mathurin gets the rebound. He gets it back to Halleburton. Halleburton pops another 3. Halleburton splashes. Halliburton's feeling himself. Timeout OKC. Tyrese Halleburton seems 100%, and he's hit 3 of his first 4 threes. Buddy, not LaMelo, but Buddy can't show the game. Cannot show the game on YouTube. I'm really working towards going towards playback next season because you cannot show the game here on YouTube. If you want to watch it, you're going to have to go watch someone else on playback, but you cannot show the game here on YouTube, buddy. A Game 7 final is like the Super Bowl. You only get 1 shot. It's amazing. It's a 1-shot deal. And Tyrese Halleburton right now is playing well. He's hit 3 of his first 4 3-point attempts. He's hit 3 of his first 5 shots in total. Why not? Because they will immediately shut the stream down. YouTube does not allow you to show games. You cannot show it. The second you actually show game footage on YouTube, they immediately copyright it, they take it down, and they terminate everything. You can't. That's how YouTube works. It's always been that way. That's why when you go on YouTube, you can't see people. You'll see people like me commentating over it. You'll see people show the scores, but you cannot watch it. And anytime someone tries to put the game on, in 2 to 3 minutes, immediately that stream's cut off because YouTube won't let you show it. So if you want to watch it, you probably should go look and see if you can find someone else on playback. Buddy, I'm not just clean your glasses real good. They'll be like mirrors. It don't work like that, buddy. You're not gonna be able to see the game like that. Especially because at times I'm like this and I'm constantly looking like this. You're not gonna be able to watch it like that, dog. I should just go watch it on playback or something. Or if you could, it's on ABC. If you got television, it's on ABC. If you got the app, the ESPN app is on ESPN too. But there's nothing I can do to show it here, buddy. I'm sorry. But Halleburton starting off the game well. You've got to love what you're seeing. What is playback? It's another service that actually where content creators go and they actually get to talk about the game, commentate, and live stream the game. But on playback, you can actually showcase the game, so you can watch the game while content creators are giving their reactions and stuff. So that's what playback is. It's another form of watching. It's another streaming app. But Halleburton starting off the game, hitting 3 of his first 5 threes, or 3 of his first 5 shots, which is exactly what you want to see because we were concerned about Halleburton in terms of the injury because he had gotten injured back in, what, Game 5? Who do you think will win the NBA Finals, Thunder or Pacers? Well, I have to stick with my pick. I don't like to flip-flop. I picked the Thunder to win this series in 6 or 7. I said OKC was going to win the championship in 6 or 7. Maybe 7 if the Pacers are able to stand tall and force a game 7, which is exactly what the Pacers did. But I said OKC. Oh, no, it's all good, man. It's all good. Appreciate you stopping by. But, yeah, I picked OKC to win this series in 6 or 7. I said maybe 7 if the Pacers can force a game 7. And I'm going to have to stick with my pick. If the Pacers win, I would absolutely be elated. Congratulations to them. I love watching the Pacers. This entire run has been fantastic. It's been great. And I think the Pacers have been disrespected throughout the playoffs. And they've been disrespected in this series. Every single time, like from game 1, they're like, okay, they took game 1. Well, it doesn't really matter that they took game 1. We still know the Thunder are going to win in game 5 because they got this historically great defense and the MVP and all this other stuff. Pacers can't compete. Then game 2, they lose. Well, this is what's going to happen. Thunder in 5. Game 3, Pacers win. Okay, they just extended the series a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting. But, at the end of the day, they're going to lose the series in 6, right? And then game 4 and game 5, the Thunder won over in game 6. The media has not given the Pacers their due respect. And the fact that they've been here throughout this series and been right next to the Thunder throughout this series, and the fact that they've been playing just as good as the Thunder throughout the postseason and haven't gotten their proper praise is truly unfortunate. They've been disrespected. So we'll see what happens here. I still think Thunder is going to win it in 7, but we'll see what happens here. Anybody can win it. It's anybody's game. But we'll see what happens. Alex Caruso for 3. He hits it. Alex Caruso comes out and hits a 3. Back to a 1-point game, 14-13 game. Both teams are fighting. Indiana's made 4 of their first 6 3-point attempts, and that was the first 3-point attempt by the Thunder. Halleburton with the ball. He may be having one of those games. Halleburton finds Nembhard. Nembhard to Turner. Turner fakes the 3. He gets to the Nembhard. Nembhard gets to the Mathurin. Mathurin gets covered up. Look at this defense. It's 3 seconds left. Mathurin has to force up a shot. It's an air ball. Fantastic defense by OKC. Look at the recovery there. They got a chance to regain the lead here. Here's Jalen Williams. He slips. Falls down. Loses the ball. And they're going to call a jump ball. They're going to call a jump ball. Nearly lose the ball. They're going to call a jump ball here. You need everybody for this game, man. You need everybody. So they're actually taking a look at this right now. All right, jump ball here. Whoa. They're gonna have to redo that one. They have to redo that one. OKC wins the tip here. But there's 8 seconds left on the shot clock. They're gonna have to get something up quickly. Here comes SGA. SGA gets it to Caruso. Caruso splashes it. Caruso off the bench hits his first 2 shots, both for threes. OKC regains the lead. Here comes Halleburton. Halleburton gets it to Turner. Turner to Nembhard. Nembhard gets fouled. Puts up the shot, no good, but he's gonna go to the free throw line. Yeah, I saw the Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup. I was not surprised to see that happen. Nembhard hits the first free throw. Nembhard makes both free throws and ties the game. 5:35 left to go here in the first quarter. It's a 16-16 game. Nembhard with 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. So he's definitely making an impact early on here in game 7. SGA gets it to Caruso. Caruso drives. Caruso layup. He misses the layup. Rebound goes to Turner. And here comes Halleburton with the ball. Halleburton being guarded by SGA. Halleburton takes it back. One-on-one with SGA. Halleburton trying to get some space. Nothing there. Good defense by SGA. Here comes Nembhard. Nembhard to the corner to Toppin. Toppin gets covered. Halleburton falls down. He's still down. Is he hurt? Halleburton might be hurt. Halleburton might be hurt. He's still down. Halliburton's hurt. He's crying. He's really hurt. Oh, you know he's hurt. This is bad. And it's a non-contact injury. Oh, no. This is bad. He's seriously hurt. He's down on the floor. He's slamming it and he's starting to cry. You know this is serious. Oh, boy. This is not good. And this is why I hate when people want to run their mouths and talk about. He throws. I don't know if he did, man. We'll see. But this is what I hate when people want to run their mouth and talk as if they know what's happening there. These athletes put their bodies on the line, and everybody want to run their mouth. He don't look hurt. He's not injured. Just because they're on the court does not mean they're not dealing with some sort of ailment. These guys got to play a bunch of games. They're playing 82 games. I mean, not everyone's going to be able to play 82 games, but some of these guys are playing from the range of 55 to 75 games, maybe even more. So you play those games, and then you got to play in the playoffs. So you have to stay healthy through the regular season. Then you got to play all those games in the playoffs. And if something gets nicked, that's a problem. So when Halleburton initially suffered the calf injury, and then all of a sudden you see he still finishes the game, he comes back, finishes the game, and then you see him playing game 6 and he plays well. Everyone's like, oh, he's just faking it. He's not hurt. Obviously, this is just a scandal. I hate when people say that. You don't know what's happening. These athletes are putting their bodies on the line. Just because they're out there playing doesn't mean they're not playing through pain. Doesn't mean they're not dealing with injuries. It's the playoffs. Everybody's hurt somewhere. And people were just assuming because he was able to just fight through the pain and play well that the calf injury didn't mean anything. Hallie tore his Achilles. I don't know if that's the case. I'm hoping that's not the case, but it could very well be the case. I'm hoping it's not the case, but he was slamming his hand on the floor, and you could tell he was starting to cry. You could tell this is serious. So we're hoping and praying it's not that, but it could very well be the case there, man. This is just brutal. This is just brutal. I hope it's not the case, but you just don't know. You don't know, man. Man, can't even lie. All we can do is pray he's okay. We gotta pray he's okay. But this could be this could absolutely be the worst thing, bro. I can't even lie, man. I don't know what happens here. If Halliburton is out, that's it for them. They're not winning this game without him. They're just not. If Tyrese Halliburton is done, bro, which he probably is, you know it's over. Ah, that's the Achilles. That's the Achilles. That's the Achilles. That's the Achilles. And we just saw it. That's the Achilles. He's done. He's done. That was the Achilles. That was the Achilles. It was the same. It was the same. When we saw KD, that little boom, that little blink, it was the Achilles. He's done. That's a torn Achilles. It was the same thing with Tatum and the same thing with KD. I don't know what the Pacers are going to fight back now. Turner shoots, shot clock violation. I'm not even going to lie, bro. I mean, Pacers going to fight back, but when your leader goes down like that, it's over. It's over. The Thunder are going to win the championship, and Tyrese's father, man, he's in tears too. I don't know what you do if you're Indiana. You have to fight back. Siakam, you're the one with finals experience. Siakam's the one with finals experience. You got to lead the team now, but I don't know what you do when your leader goes down with a torn Achilles. We watched this same thing happen with the Warriors. They weren't able to win. We saw this happen with Tatum, and we saw the end. Siakam gets the layup and won. He's going to the free throw line. Siakam is the one here with finals experience. He's won a championship. He's been in these moments. You got to look towards him. That's a torn Achilles, guys. That's a torn Achilles. That's a torn Achilles. That's a torn Achilles 100%. Just prayers up for Tyrese Halliburton. That's a torn Achilles, man. That's a torn Achilles. Siakam misses the free throw. They're fighting for it. SGA gets the rebound. It just sours the game because, again, I don't know, man. Has Siakam hit a game winner over Embiid? No, that was Kawhi. Pacers are just going to have to play like a team and let the cards fall however it falls. Fight to the end. You still have a chance to win this. Anybody can win a game no matter what, but they're going to have to fight to the end. And I'm looking at Siakam to step up and be the guy to try to help lead this team in this situation. Caruso's open for three. In and out. Williams gets the ball here. You get it to Caruso back to Wallace. Wallace to SGA. I'm not going to lie. The Pacers right now, they're just fighting. SGA hits the shot. The Pacers right now, they look rattled. I'm not going to lie. You just watched your best player and your franchise leader just go down like that. And it's just like, they're going to fight. But I don't know what you can do, man. Another missed shot. Oh, God. The entire game just soured. I don't know what happens from here on out. I don't even know. Like, this could really get bad soon. Rick Carlisle's going to have to call a timeout just to try to... I don't know what you can do. It's just... Rick Carlisle's going to have to call a timeout soon. I'm telling you, it's just not going to go well. You lose your best player like that. And for this to happen in Game 7 of the NBA Finals when he was playing well to start the game, life is cruel, man. I'm not even joking. Life is cruel. Why? What's the purpose? Life is just cruel. Siakam mid-range jump shot, man. Life is really cruel. Life is truly cruel. And you just see it moments like this right now. God. 22-20. Halleburton, excuse me. God, he's on my mind right now. SGA, one-on-one. Puts up the tough shot. No good. Rebound goes to McConnell. What's going on, cool guy? It's, things aren't good right now, man. Things are not good right now. That was brutal. Things are just not good right now, but the Pacers are going to have to fight. Good defense there by Caruso to get the steal. He read that pass perfectly. Again, I don't. What could have been an all-time great game is ruined. I mean, the Pacers still going to have to fight. They could still potentially win this, but this is now a Siakam game. This is a Siakam game now. He has to be the guy. I'm not even joking. Wallace, 3 seconds. Wallace got to put something up. Off the glass, no good. Shot clock violation. I don't like people getting hurt during the game. It makes me feel sad. It sucks. I hate play. You gotta hate people getting hurt in general when you hate players getting hurt. But damn, Halleburton started off the game so well. He was balling out, and then to see that happen, life is so cruel, man. Life is so cruel. You can't even pretend. Life is just so cruel. Williams for 3, in and out. You let that go out. .48 seconds left, 22-20. McConnell with the ball. He's going to be the starter moving forward. There's no Halleburton. He's got to start moving forward. You get it to Mathurin. Mathurin going to the basket. Misses, puts up his own. He misses, gets his own rebound, puts a shot up, and ties the game. 34 seconds left to go. Williams. Layup is good. He puts that in perfectly. 23 seconds left to go in this quarter. This is going to be the last possession here for the quarter. Got to be careful. Hold this ball, TJ. 14 seconds left to go in the quarter. Got to be careful. You can't go out with a backcourt. He's being pressured, and he loses the ball. Chet was fouled. Again, see, if TJ McConnell's being pressed like that, if TJ McConnell's being pressed, what are you doing? Somebody come help him. Where's the screen? He's being pressed. Someone should have came up earlier. He's getting pressed and being moved forward and forward to the half-court line shot. Somebody's got to go step up. See, these guys are rattled. These guys are rattled. Yeah, Halliburton's not coming back. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. .3 seconds left. Chet makes the free throw. Siakam puts up the shot. Hits the rim, but no good. And OKC is going to take a 3-point lead into the second quarter. I don't know what you do if you're the Pacers when your best player and your team leader goes down with an injury like that. There's no update, bro. He tore his Achilles. There's no update. He's not coming back. He tore his Achilles. He's done. Man. You know, this also sucks for OKC as well, too. Because we know how people operate. We know how people operate. And with the way Tyrese Halleburton started this game, Thunder fans are going to be hearing it. The Thunder fans, the Thunder players, they're all going to be hearing this. Now it becomes this. If the Thunder lose, you lost to this Pacers team without Tyrese Halliburton? Embarrassment. If the Thunder win, the only reason you won is because Tyrese Halliburton went down. He had 9 points in the first quarter and was cooking already. If he doesn't go down, Pacers win. There's no way the Thunder win in the eyes of the people. There's no way, like legitimately, we know how this is. There's no way that the Thunder are going to win in the eyes of the people. Because with Halleburton down, especially because Halleburton was playing well. If it's a situation where Halleburton didn't do anything, fine. But Halleburton was on fire to start the first quarter. He had 9 points. He was leading all scorers. He was cooking. And it looked like he was about to have a legacy game here in Game 7. And they had the lead. So now, at the end of the day, because this is a Game 7, and Halleburton was playing well, he goes down. If the Thunder lose, they're going to get clowned. You lost to this Pacers team without Tyrese Halliburton. Embarrassment, choke, disgraceful. If they win, asterisk. The only reason you won is because Tyrese Halliburton got injured. He was cooking to start the game. And if he doesn't get injured, the Pacers probably win. So there's no way the Thunder are going to win in the eyes of the people. But you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is at the end of the day. The goal is to win a championship. If the fans want to put an asterisk on it, so be it. There's nothing you can do. People have already turned on SGA and called him a free throw merchant. People are already calling this team corny and cringe. There's nothing else they could do to win the fans' opinion. It doesn't matter at this point. So if you're the Thunder, all you care about is winning the championship. Whatever people are going to say afterward is whatever they're going to say. You can't change the public opinion about you. But if you win a championship, that's going to be there forever. If people want to put an asterisk on it, so be it. There's nothing you can do about it. But it really sucks for the Thunder as well, because if they win, it's because Tyrese Halliburton got hurt. If they lose, they're getting cooked. So there's nothing the Thunder can do at this point. There's nothing the Thunder can do at this point. And it's so heartbreaking to see that be the case. Meanwhile, for the Pacers, you just have to stay in the fight. You have to stay in the fight if you're the Pacers, man. You need 25 from Obi, 20 from TJ. They're going to load up on Siakam. Miles Turner be in witness protection and run like he got shot. Miles Turner has to step up, dog. I don't care when it was it. Miles Turner has to step up, bro. You're the longest tenured Pacer. You have a chance to win a championship. You need to step up and play well. So Pacers gonna have to fight. Mathurin, another guy they're gonna need to step up. Mathurin hits the 3 and ties the game here. We're all tied up at 25 apiece. OKC loses in the eyes of the public opinion, no matter what happens here. But if they win the championship, they can celebrate. It is what it is at the end of the day. Isaiah Hartenstein gets fouled. He's going to the line. If the Pacers win this series, would be legendary. And I thought this series was going to be boring. Yeah, I don't know why everyone assumed this series would be boring. Like, here's Siakam trying to bring the leadership here. He's got to. He's the one with finals experience. He's got to calm everybody down and tell them to play like a team. They have to listen to Siakam. He's the one with an NBA championship. He's been here before. He knows what it takes to win. You've got to listen to him. But yeah, all these other people are going to sit back and I don't know, everyone just assumed this series was going to be boring. With the way the Pacers played and how clutch they were, and with the way OKC had clearly shown deficiencies at times offensively with their big three, meanwhile Hardenstein misses both free throws, to just assume that this high-octane offense was going to just disappear because of OKC's defense, or OKC was going to be on fire with all three of their players when Chet has shown inconsistencies throughout the regular season and in the postseason. I don't know why y'all made that assumption. It's one of the best offenses versus one of the best defenses. And the Pacers are a great defensive team too. Siakam gets fouled, he's going to the line. So y'all should have sat back and said, this is going to be a great series for basketball. It's going to be competitive. Especially with the way the Pacers have played, they make it competitive. That's why we got an amazing game one with a Tyrese Halliburton game winner. Game 2 was competitive, but the Thunder took advantage and pulled away. Game 3 was great, but the Pacers took over in the fourth quarter and got Game 3. Game 4 was an amazing comeback by the Thunder in the fourth quarter to tie the series. Game 5, they took over to take a 3-2 lead. Game 6, blowout. Game 7, here we are, close game so far. Siakam makes his first free throw. This has been a great series. You've had everything. It's been crazy moments through and through. All of a sudden, Benedict Mathurin has a legacy game in Game 3. It's crazy. This has been a fun series. And this is the first Game 7 we've had in over a decade. Well, not over a decade, in a decade. Well, 9 years specifically. Siakam's going to miss the second free throw here, and Hartenstein is going to get the rebound and gets it to Caruso. Siakam's got 8 points. He's going to have to keep playing this well. They need him now. With no Halleburton, he has to play well. Williams. He's got a mismatch here. He's going to pop a 3. He didn't need to settle for 3 there. They're going to get the rebound, but he did not need to settle for 3 there. He had a mismatch. That guy is not keeping up with him. Look at this great play here. Nice pass, Hartenstein to a wide open Alex Caruso for the slam. Pacers going to have to do a better job defensively if they're going to be able to win this one. Mathurin. He's going to get it to Bradley. Bradley's fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line. God, this whole thing just goes to hell. The whole tone of Game 7 goes to hell with this, man. Oh, boy. Both free throws made by Bradley. Indiana takes a 1-point lead. Jalen Williams picked up the second foul. He's got to be careful. Can't get 3 fouls here. There's 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Hartenstein tried to put up, got lobbed. He got a lob and got pushed by TJ McConnell. And it's not going to be complete. It's going to be a foul, but they're trying to figure out if this is a shooting foul or a foul on the ground. This is a shooting foul. I don't know what the conversation is. They're going to say it's on the ground? I don't know about that. That looked like a shooting foul. Jalen Williams goes to the line. He goes to the basket. Shoots a free throw. No good. Wow. So Jalen Williams drives to the basket, puts up the layup, no good. The ball gets tipped out to Caruso. Caruso shoots a 3. He airballs it. It gets in the hands of Bradley. He loses it, and then he fouls. So it's a loose ball foul on Indiana. The Thunder are going to retain possession here. 28-22. Bradley has picked up his second foul because that was a loose ball foul here. At some point, you're going to have to get SGA in a little bit early with these fouls happening. Hartenstein finishes with the layup. OKC regains the lead, 29-28. Siakam with the ball. Gets it to Mathurin. Mathurin being heavily guarded by Caruso. Mathurin to Siakam. Siakam being guarded by Williams. Gets it to Shepherd. Shepherd gets blitzed and loses the ball. You got to be smarter than that, man. But again, these are guys that have never been in these situations. And now Wallace loses the ball again. Look, you got a bunch of these players that have never been in this situation. Right now, they're just turning the ball over recklessly. TJ McConnell, you got to slow the pace down. Calm it down. Get it to Shepherd. They're trying to set it up to Siakam. He's got a mismatch here. But there's Caruso to make sure he can help out there. Mid-range jump shot, no good. Wallace made that tough on Siakam, and he had help defense from Caruso. It's a tough one here. How many fouls can you get during the game? I mean, if you get 6 fouls, you're out. You pick up 6 fouls, you're out. So Williams gets fouled. He's going to the free throw line. The most you can get is 6. If you pick up 6 fouls, you're out for the rest of the game. You're just done. Feels like Turner's been there since the days of Jermaine O'Neal and Jamal. You're not wrong about that. That's how long it feels like. That's how long he's been there. Williams misses the first free throw. The nerves are here because guys are missing free throws. Gonna get some of these starters out. This is what hurts. Tyrese Halliburton played 7 minutes, had 9 points. It was 3 or 4 from three. That man looked like he was ready to have a legacy game here in Game 7, and we were all ready to see it. What's going on, Josh? Some of the starters back in: Nemhard, Neesmith, Toppin. But now you got to rely on these other guys, and they have to step up big without Tyrese Halliburton. Nemhard. Oh, nice pass to Turner. Turner gets fouled. That's a good pass right there, and he gets fouled. So he's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. I just saw what happened to Halle. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. Miles Turner misses the free throw, which, I mean, again, dude, do something! Do something for your team! You're the longest tenure pacer. Do something! Be useful! What is this guy doing? Like, dog, do something. Seriously. 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 If I'm a Pacers fan, I'd be pissed off that Miles Turner has been just relatively irrelevant in this finals. Buddy, I need you to do something. They're going to put a foul there on Nemhard. They say he tripped up SGA when he was trying to spin. And I think they're over the limit. And you're just giving up free throws, and OKC's going to start slowly extending this lead. Matherin's coming back in. If Miles Turner wants to be useless, he can go be useless on the bench. I'm being dead serious. Like, dog, do something. The championship's on the line. You're the longest tenure pacer. Go do something. Your leader just went down. Go do something. What are you willing to do for a championship, Miles Turner? Oh, look at this. All right, yeah, they're rattled. They're rattled. They're rattled. Another turnover by the Pacers. They're rattled, dude. They are rattled. They are absolutely rattled. They look lost out there. SGA just steps into a 3, but he misses that one. I don't think he had to settle for 3. He could have driven to the basket. But this Pacers team just looks rattled. Get Siakam out here. Siakam may have to play 40 minutes, dog. You need him. Obi Toppin for 3. He can't hit. Turner actually being useful, gets the ball, he gets the rebound, gets it to Neesmith, and Neesmith ties the game with a 3. Neesmith has to be huge. Nemhard has to be huge. Miles Turner has to be useful. Obi Toppin's got to be hitting 3s and being productive. You need guy. Oh, Lou Dort's open for 3. All right, Lou Dort, you got to do something, buddy. How many times are y'all going to get stripped? Wallace has done this 3 times now. The Pacers just can't hold on to the ball. What are y'all doing? That's a push-off. Are they ever going to call that push-off on SGA? Timeout, Rick Carlisle. Are they ever going to call that push-off? He's just pushing off, and they're letting SGA get away with this. That's crazy. But you know what? You the MVP, you get away with this. That's a push-off. How many times are they going to let this man get that push-off? But you know what? The better the player, the more the refs will look over things. He was just out here pushing off of people, and they're not calling any offensive foul. That's crazy. And that's crazy to show Jason Tatum, too. man. OKC just cheating. I feel terrible for Ellie. We all do, man. The way they play and the Pacers getting blown out, bro, they just look scared. They look shell-shocked. They look shell-shocked. They just look shell-shocked right now. Them boys out there look shell-shocked, and it's disgusting. OKC just cheat. Bro, they let SGA get away with that stiff arm so many damn times. But you know what? Again, he's the MVP, and the greater the player, the more they're going to be willing to give up things. They'll be willing to look over that and say, you know what, he's not completely pushing off. We'll let that be the case. Man. Oh, boy, this is unfortunate, man. OKC pop the champagne right now? Nah. There's still too much time left to play. If the Thunder get too complacent and just assume they're gonna automatically win this, they're gonna lose the game. They can't get comfortable. Can't get comfortable and automatically assume they're gonna win. I've seen OKC get comfortable and lose games like that. At the end of the day, Chet can go ghost, and Jalen Williams at times can have one of those off games. They better just sit back and do the bare minimum, which is just play up to their potential. Nembhard with the ball being guarded by Chet. He's going to get it to Turner. Is Turner going to do anything today? Don't know. Gets it to Mathurin. Mathurin to the basket. Mathurin, contact was there, but they're not going to call a foul. Good defense there. Wallace steps into a three and puts it in, and just like that, it feels like it's about to be over. It feels like if OKC starts taking a bit of a lead here, it's a wrap. And look at this. Nembhard nearly loses the ball. If the Pacers don't keep up in any fashion, they're going to lose this game. They're not pulling no comeback. They can't even hold on to the ball. The defense has been physical. Nembhard gets it to Turner. Turner gets fouled. Who's been doing a whole bunch of nothing so far. And he's missing for Jesus Christ, this guy. Longest tenured Pacer, and he can't even be useful in the do or die game 7. 9 minutes. 9 minutes. 1 point. 9 minutes. 1 point. Sir, we can't show the game. Is this your first time on YouTube? You cannot show the game on YouTube. Have you never been on this platform before? And Miles Turner just misses both free throws. Have you never been on this platform before? You cannot show the game on YouTube, sir. I don't want to have to explain this 50 billion times. You can't show the game on YouTube. They will immediately cut the live stream. Why do you think you can't find it on YouTube? Like, come on, guys. This is not your first time using YouTube. You want to watch it? Go see if someone on playback will let you watch it. But you cannot show the game on YouTube. They will immediately cut the live stream. Why do you think you're struggling to find it right now on YouTube? Come on, guys. This is your first time using this platform. When have you been able When have you been able to consistently watch any game you want to see, especially playoff games? Come on, guys. Can't tell me this is your first day on YouTube. McConnell's looking for somebody, trying to get some space. Reverse layup, he got it. TJ McConnell is very good at those reverse layups. He just finds a way to just work himself into the paint. Caruso, nice pass. Chet, you got to do something, buddy. Oh, boy, Chet. Chet, you cannot be going ghost in the game 7, man. They need you right now. Nembhard cuts the basket, puts up a tough layup. It's good. And now OKC's going to call a timeout. Back-to-back baskets here for Indiana. 37-36. Timeout OKC. I ain't gonna lie, TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell's going to need to have a legacy game. Miles Turner is just disgraceful, bro. Longest tenure pacer. Game 7 of an NBA Finals. You have a chance to win the championship. And you can't even... Wow. You can't even play better? Dog. Like, dog, seriously? Oh, man. Thunder are 3 of 12 from 3 tonight. They haven't been shooting well from 3 throughout this entire series. Matter of fact, let me pull it up here. I got ESPN up here on my screen. So let me actually pull it up here for you so you can take a look and see. Let me go to... So right now, like you said, the Thunder are shooting 25% from the three-point line, 3 of 12 so far in this game. If we actually go and take a look at some of the other previous games, you would see that they weren't shooting well in this series at all. Let me see. Game 1 here. In Game 1, the Thunder shot 36% from 3. They shot 11 to 30 from 3, so 36% in Game 1. Game 1, they shot 33%. Game 2, the Thunder shot 39%, which is better. 14 of 36. So that's decent. 39% isn't great, but it's decent. And they were able to win that game, so good on them. So OKC shot 33% in Game 1, 39% in Game 2. Game 3, the Thunder shot... OKC shot 23% from the three-point line. They were 3 of 13. They didn't take a lot of threes. So, as you can see throughout the series, they've just been poor at shooting the ball. They just have. Game 4. The Thunder shot 18% from 3. They were 3 of 16. That's the game they still won, Game 4. But they haven't shot well from the three-point line at all this series. Game 5, much of the same. OKC shooting poorly from the three-point line. They shot, actually, Game 5 was actually their best performance. They shot 44% from 3. That's actually good. 44% from 3. That's the only game they shot well in. You get Game 6, I think they also shot poorly from 3. So they are not a good three-point shooting team in this series, or they haven't performed up to their standards. They shot 26% from 3 in Game 6. Yeah, they haven't been shooting well from 3 at all. They have not been shooting well from 3 at all. I don't know why they keep taking these threes. They're not 3 of 13. When they drive to the basket, they're at their best. When they're taking those mid-range jump shots, they're at their best. They keep trying to force the issue with three-point shots. They haven't been great at that. But I get you have to take those threes because if you're wide open, you have to take those shots. But sometimes OKC can put themselves in a situation they don't need to be in because they want to settle for three instead of driving to the basket. 4-point game here. TJ McConnell trying to get some space, and he gets stripped everywhere. Miles Turner finally does something, makes a shot. 2-point game here. Miles Turner figured out how to shoot the basketball and finally took some shots. Again, they're just settling for threes. OKC gives extra possessions to their opponents because they keep taking these three-point shots that aren't hitting consistently enough. They keep settling for three. Caruso playing heavy defense. You need a screen here. There you go. McConnell gets some space, and he ties the game. TJ McConnell has a very, very sneaky mid-range jump shot that is absolute money. It's all tied up at 40 with 3:45 left to go. Chet to the basket. Immediately gets blocked and loses the ball. And the Pacers retain possession here, or they get possession here, with a chance to take the lead. Miles Turner for three. Miles Turner just takes an awful, ugly-looking three-point shot, and he just, ugh. Oh, boy. That man has not been great at the three-point line at all. SGA gets blocked. Good defense here. Think there was contact. SGA probably should have got a foul call. There was a lot of contact. I ain't gonna lie. Siakam gets it to Miles Turner, and Miles Turner cannot handle the ball. Turnover here. Indiana just making these mistakes. It's a little bit close. This contact, I don't know. Maybe SGA should have probably got that whistle. I'm thinking that could have been a foul right there. But then again, with SGA, if he's initiating the contact to an extent, I don't know where they start and finish with calling these fouls on their opponents whenever they're covering SGA. Kickball. And he has to be a vocal leader, but he also has to take this game over. Do you think you'll live stream during the NBA draft? Probably not. I'm probably not drafting. I'm not probably not gonna live stream during the NBA draft. Williams gets trapped under the basket, has to get out of there. Get to the SGA. SGA is gonna drive. He's got space. SGA gets blocked. Or are they gonna call it goaltend? I don't think Turner was there in time. That's gonna be a basket for SGA. That is absolutely a goaltend. Great call by the ref. SGA gets another basket here. 42-40 with 2:48 left to go. The game is close enough where anyone can win it. That's a nasty shot by Nembhard. He tried to force that. You see, they're starting to try to force the issues here. And because they're trying to force the issues, they're not getting a lot of clean looks. You can't just force these shots up. They've got to get clean looks. I mean, they have to get clean looks, but there's no Halleburton out there. So what do? Lou Dort, do not force up another three. He forced up another three. And it's a jump ball. Lou Dort is just forcing up threes right now, and it's disgusting work. It's real disgusting work. Imagine if the Thunder choke. Listen, no matter what, the public's going to look at OKC and question the ring. You're in a Game 7 with a Pacers team nobody believed should even be here, and no one believed was on your level. So they were already getting a lot of heat for that. Now their best player and their leader, and Tyrese Halliburton, goes down in the situation where she was leading the game and scoring at 9 points and was on fire from three. Yeah, people are going to have some things to say about that if they lose. But even if they win, people are going to throw an asterisk all over the ring. So there's nothing you can do in terms of winning in the eyes of the public. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Turnover here by OKC. Indiana's going to get the ball. 2:17 left to go, and nobody came up here to get the ball. Pacers going to have a conversation at half because the game is right there still. And OKC needs to have a real good conversation. There's no reason why they shouldn't be able to take this game over. Even with Halleburton down, you've got to take advantage of this. They've got to stop settling for threes. Mathurin hit a tough three. Wow. And Benedict Mathurin just took the lead for Indiana with a tough three. OKC's got to have a real conversation. And Chet, I'm looking right at you, buddy. What are you doing? What is Chet doing? That's a double dribble. OKC needs to have a conversation at half. Look at Chet and tell me, what is Chet doing out here? OKC needs to have a serious conversation. What are you doing right now at half? At halftime, they need to talk about this dude. If he's not going to step up, keep him on the bench. A championship's on the line. You're the #1 team with the MVP. He needs to step up. If he's going to play like this, keep him on the bench. But Chet's not even out here right now. But when he was out here, he wasn't doing it. I'm watching Chet just do nothing out here. Missing open shots, not even getting aggressive. If he's going to do nothing, they don't need him to be out there. Obi Toppin for 3. He can't get it. Siakam, loose ball foul. He tried to put it up with. He tried to tip in the shot, but was fouled. So loose ball foul. I think he's gonna get free throws here. Pacers are going to have a conversation about calming down in terms of increasing the pace because you don't have Halleburton out there. So sometimes when you're trying to do that with Nembhard, he may lose the ball. Or Siakam may go too fast. And Miles Turner lose the ball. They need to calm it down a little bit. They may have to play a little bit slower than they normally play. Siakam hits the first free throw. If you're the Pacers, you may have to slow down the tempo just a bit because Halliburton's not out there. Other than that, they've got to stop limit the turnovers as well. But OKC needs to have a conversation. Somebody in that locker room has to go look at Chet and say, dude, what are you doing? A championship's on the line and you're playing like this. What are you doing? If you're going to play like this in Game 7, sit on the bench and don't contribute. We'll play with Hartenstein. If you're not going to contribute anything, we'll play with Hartenstein. Siakam makes both free throws and makes it a 3-point lead here for Indiana with 1.5 left to go in the first half. The Pacers are on a 9-2 run to regain this lead. The Thunder right now turning the ball over, making mistakes. Williams with the ball, nearly gets stripped by Siakam. Williams getting pressured. Williams gets to the basket. Williams has to get it to SGA. SGA 5 seconds. Don't force up a 3. In and out. Look at them. They're forcing up shots. They're forcing up shots. They cannot settle for these 3s. Here comes TJ McConnell. Slowing the game down. A minute left to go in the first half. OKC needs to have a coming to terms party right now. TJ McConnell saves the ball. It gets tipped, and Jalen Williams makes a great play to get the rebound there. Hartenstein gets fouled, puts it in and one. So he's going to go to the line to tie the game. But yeah, seriously, conversations need to be had about Chet. If he's not going to contribute, keep him on the bench. Isaiah Hartenstein is contributing much more than Chet. If Hartenstein's what we got to deal with in Game 7 to get it done, then that's what we got to deal with. Chet sit on the bench. You can celebrate if they win the championship. But I'm serious. If you are the Thunder, you talk to Chet. He either steps up now or Hartenstein's going to be out there over you. As for the Pacers, I think they got to slow the tempo down. They're going a bit too fast, and they're trying to force some shots up that they don't need to force up. Look for quality looks here. You've got to go and look for quality shots. Tie game with 40 seconds left. You have to look for quality shots. Slow the tempo down a bit. You don't have Halleburton out here anymore. Slow the tempo down a bit. They're going to call an offensive foul on Benedict Mathurin. And Rick Carlisle doesn't like this. You can't challenge that, dude. You're going to need a challenge. That's not an offensive foul. That's not an offensive foul, by the way, but that's a clear flop. That's a clear flop, but at the end of the day, you cannot. That's a clear flop, but you can't challenge that. You can't. Do not settle for 3. SGA, do not settle for 3. Drive. How many turnovers for both Thunder and Pacers? Just curious. Let's take a look. The Pacers have turned the ball over 8 times, and the Thunder have turned the ball over 4 times. So 12 total turnovers. 12 turnovers here. SGA hits both free throws. They're gonna have to be a little bit more diligent in this second half. Buddy, you gotta get past. That nearly was 8 seconds. Jesus. All right, 10 seconds here. Someone's got to give Nemhard a screen. What are we doing? Nemhard for 3. He puts it in. Nemhard gives them the lead with 3.6 seconds left. Can SGA get them the lead? Half court shot. And the Pacers will take a 1-point lead into halftime in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Nemhard has been balling out in this game. 9 points to lead all scorers on his team. SGA with 16. The MVP has showed up. 8 from Alex Caruso. 3 from Wallace. Hartenstein showing up for them with 5 points. Chet with 5 points. Not really doing much of anything. Jalen Williams. Conversation has to happen. 5 points from Williams. 5 points from Chet. Y'all need to step up. You are the second and third best player of this big three. You guys need to step up. There needs to be a coming to heart moment here with the Thunder. You're down 1 heading into halftime against a team that just lost their best player to a major injury. He's not coming back. A championship is on the line. You are the number 1 seeded team in the Western Conference. You have the best record in the league, nearly 70 wins with the MVP. If Jalen Williams is not going to show up, if Chet's not going to show up, then you got to go to someone else. But you can't. So SGA, I don't know if SGA is a vocal leader or not. I don't know what he got to do. But SGA got 16 points. He's the MVP playing like it. SGA has to go talk to those 2 guys. I need you. Jalen, I need you. Chet, I need you. We're not going to win this thing if you guys don't step up. I can't do it by myself. I need you guys. Alex Caruso's helping out. Wallace is helping out. Dort is helping out. Hartenstein's helping out. And they're all great players. But I need my other 2. It has to be the 3 of us. When the 3 of us play well, we win. When it's just one of us playing well, we struggle. I need those 2 to step up. If there's any time for Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren to play well, now is the time. A championship's on the line. As for the Pacers, calm it down. There's no Halleburton. You just went through this horrible situation, and you managed to go into halftime with the 1-point lead. Take this time, come together as a unit, calm it down a little bit, limit the turnovers. You got 8 turnovers. Calm it down with the turnovers. Get yourself back and re-engage. I'm sure Halliburton's going to give a heartfelt speech in the locker room right now, and I hope he's doing, they say he's in good spirits. I hope he's doing well, and I hope he gives them a speech, because that's going to motivate them to come out here this second half and give it everything they got. So we'll have to see what happens. But if you're SGA for the Thunder, you go talk to Chet and Jalen and tell them, I can't do this without you guys. We're not going to win a championship if you 2 cannot step up. And if you're the Pacers, Halliburton's going to give y'all a speech. Come together, rally together, calm down, and go from there. But we are at halftime. I got to do something real quickly. I'm going to be back. I'm not going to be long, but I'll see you guys. I'm not going to say I'll see you guys in the second half. Let me go handle this and we'll be back, because we still got to talk about this. Man, this is such a bad look. I ain't gonna lie to you. Pacers need to have a talk to calm these guys down. Well, hopefully Tyrese Halliburton's having that conversation with them right now. Oh my God. If the Thunder lose this one, I'm gonna go off on them. I can't even lie to you. I will pop off on OKC if they lose, because there's no excuses to lose this one. And let me tell you something right now. What we're seeing right now from the Thunder, that doesn't even surprise me. It doesn't shock me the slightest. Wow, this is still, hold on. I've been saying this about the Thunder all season long. I still thought they could win, but I've been saying this about the Thunder all season long. When you take a look at this OKC team offensively, you find some problems. Defensively, they're an all-time great defense. Historically great defense based on the numbers and how they performed in the regular season in some of these playoff games. Cool. But offensively, I've been saying this since the regular season. Offensively, this Thunder's team is not to be trusted. SGA 100% deserves his MVP, specifically because he is the primary reason they won these games. The primary reason. Because when it comes to these close games, in these late game situations, the Thunder don't know what to do. They go to SGA. When you're looking for Chet, when you're looking for J-Dub, where are they? Nowhere to be found when you need them. Now, Jalen Williams has been great throughout the finals. Game 1, iffy. Past that, he's been great. We've seen, well, other than Game 6 where everybody was poor, including SGA. But for most of this series, J-Dub has shown up. But Chet has been useless throughout the series. And that's why you're in the Game 7. If Chet, J-Dub, and SGA all showed up in every game, this series is probably done. But that is where my concerns with the Thunder have come from. When it comes to this team offensively, especially in late game situations, if SGA cannot close the game, they can't win. It has to be him. It's nobody else. They struggle if it's not SGA closing the game. J-Dub's too inconsistent. Chet's non-existent. That's a problem. And I'm telling you this right now. They lose this one, you may have to consider trading Chet Holmgren. You may have to consider trading Chet because he's doing nothing for you out here. Nothing. Chet is doing nothing for you. We've watched Jalen Williams show up throughout the finals. What has Chet done? Chet today's got 5 points alongside Jalen Williams, which is why he got to step up. Chet has 5 points. He has 5 points. SGA has 16 and is trying to carry this team. 5 points. By the way, a quick correction. I said Nembhard was leading all scorers for the Pacers. That is not correct. That is Siakam. He has 10. And he might win Finals MVP if they win this thing. But, yeah. Chet has 5. We got time because it's halftime. So I'm going to try to take a look at some of these other games because I want to talk about this stuff. This right here is some ridiculous nonsense that I am seeing from Chet. And he should be ashamed of himself for playing like this. I'm being dead serious. There's no reason for him to be playing like this. Absolutely no reason. Completely unexcusable to see this level of play from Chet. Give me a second here, guys. The phone's about to get back on too. Trying to do this real quick. Sorry, I gotta take care of this real quick, and then I'll be back to speak more on this. All right. So let's just see this for a quick second. So Chet has 5 points in this game right now. Just throwing this out here right now. In game 6, Chet had 4 points. 24 minutes, 4 points. Everyone got blown out. Whatever. It's cool. Nobody played well in that game, really. SGA didn't play up to his standard. Everyone got blown out. It is what it is. That was game 4. Sorry, that was game 6. So game 7 so far, 5 points. Game 6, 4 points. Let's go to game 5 here. Game 5, Chet Holmgren, 9 points on 4-15 shooting. They won game 5, by the way, but 5 points, 4-15 shooting. Let's go to game 4. This is where OKC tied the series up. Chet Holmgren, 14 points, 15 rebounds. Honestly, that's the best you're going to get from Chet on a consistent time. He's not going to give you 20 points like that, but whatever. You'll take that. Game 3, Chet, 20 points, which is honestly the best he's had so far in a losing effort, but 20 points, 6 of 15 shooting. He shot 9 free throws. But still, you at least like him being aggressive. 20 points, not shooting well, but 20 points is still 20 points. Game 2, Chet Holmgren. And a game in which the Thunder won, by the way. Chet, 15 points, 6 of 11 shooting. That's decent. Can Chet not give you something like that? Can he give me 14? Can he give me 15 and 15? Give me 15 and 10 or something like that. And then game 1, the game that they lost. So he's at about, what, 2 games under 10, and then the others have been 10 plus. Game 1 here, Chet Holmgren scored 6 points. What is he doing? So 3 of the 7 games that we've seen so far in these finals, well, 3 of the 6 previous games, he's been under 10. The other 3, he was over 10. Right now in game 7, he's got 5 points. Is he going to show up? There's 24 minutes left to go in this game. The last 24 minutes of the NBA season, it comes down to this. Who's going to win a title? Like I said, halftime, SGA needs to... I hope he spent halftime talking to Chet and Jalen Williams and letting them know that they're not winning this championship tonight if those two don't step up and come alongside him. As for the Pacers, I hope Halleburton was able to give them that heartfelt speech that they desperately needed to calm them down, and I hope they stop turning the ball over. But it's going to take a team effort. They've done well in the first half. Can they keep this up in the second half? It's been a tough, contested game. Can the Pacers keep this up? That's the question on everybody's mind. Can the Pacers keep this up? We're going to find out. Jalen Williams needs to step up. Chet Holmgren needs to step up. If those two guys step up, the Thunder are going to win the championship. If not, the Pacers will take this title. 24 minutes left in the NBA season. Our champion will be crowned at the end of this. Thunder with the ball. Williams being guarded by Nesmith. Williams drives. Williams being guarded by Mathurin. Gets it to SGA. SGA being guarded by Nembhard. 5 seconds on the shot clock. SGA's got to put something up. He's going to force a 3. He's going to miss it. Bad shot. But the ball gets knocked off of Nesmith, and they're going to get another possession. And the Pacers win. Does Chet win Finals MVP? That's a good joke. He should. But in all honesty, he'll just go to Siakam. SGA, stop forcing up threes. Holy crap, Chet did something. He got the offensive rebound and the putback. That's what you need to see from Chet. Step up, Chet. They need you right now. Nesmith with the ball gets it to Nembhard. Nembhard being guarded by Williams. And the ball is going to be a turnover here. Good defense. OKC coming out aggressive with the defense. Once again, like I said, the Pacers got to calm down. Pacers got to calm down. You cannot be making these type of mistakes. So now they got to get back defensively and do a better job. You can't lose the ball like that. They've got to stop these turnovers. They're going to lose. Look at this. That's a near push-off. Williams for 3. He can't get it. Lou Dort with the rebound. This is what I'm talking about. The effort. The effort matters. And OKC's got to stop jacking up threes. It's not hitting tonight. Oh. SGA almost turns the ball over right there. Dort nearly turns the ball over. And he's got to throw a skyscraper up. And he hits it. Lou Dort just hit a lucky shot. But that's the type of luck you need right now if you want to win a championship. That's a crazy shot to hit. Mathurin gets blocked, gets his own rebound, gets it out to Siakam. Siakam for three. He puts it in. And that's a crowd silencer. The Pacers need that one. That is a silencer that the Pacers need because it feels like if this game busts open, the Thunder are going to roll these guys. So they have to keep up with them. Caruso gets bumped. That's going to be a foul on Nesmith. Nesmith has to be careful. He cannot afford these fouls. They need him out here. SGA, Lou Dort. Nothing there. Nearly turns it over. Williams to Caruso. Caruso misses. Gets his own putback and puts it in. A lot of second chance points here early on for the Thunder. Pacers got to be better in rebounding. They cannot keep giving up these offensive rebounds. Second chance points given up here. Nembhard for three. In and out. Rebound goes to Williams. Again, got to get back. I'm calling a quick timeout if SGA scores here. I got to call a quick timeout. Lou Dort just jacks up a three for no reason. Mathurin with the rebound. Mathurin just turns the ball over. This is where you need help. Mathurin with the block. But he still puts it in. Timeout. You got to call a timeout if you're the Pacers. You've got to call a timeout right now. And Rick Carlisle will call the timeout. You've got to stop this run right now. You cannot let OKC get going. You've got to call a quick timeout. And look at this. Oh my God. The Pacers cannot stop turning the ball over. I'm telling you, bro. If the Thunder get going, the Pacers are done. Smart timeout there by Rick Carlisle. That's a needed timeout. The Thunder have come out on fire. The conversations were made because Chet and Jalen Williams playing better. Lou Dort hit a lucky shot, but Chet and J-Dub trying to be a little bit more aggressive. That's what you need. But the Pacers right now, they got to be more aggressive. You can't be getting up these second chance points. You should not be getting out-hustled by this Thunder team. You're the one that's undermanned. If you're out here getting out-hustled, then what's the point? If you're going to get out-hustled by a team that has more talent than you, what's the point of even trying? Hustle, effort. I don't care if it looks like it's an easy rebound. Fight. Go get it. Don't let it come down to you. Go get it. And these turnovers have got to stop. If they continue this nonsense, they're going to lose this game. With ease, they will lose this game. They need to stop turning the ball over. The Pacers have 10 turnovers right now. The Thunder have 4. Pacers got to be smarter, man. Pacers got to be smart here. You miss a shot, fight for the rebound. Neesmith puts up a shot, and he gets fouled. He's got a lot of water. Mathurin with the ball to Nembhard. Look, they're so loose with the ball. That's why they keep turning the ball over. Nembhard draws a foul. He's going to the free throw line. Ball would not go down, so he's not getting the end one. So he's going to shoot 2 free throws here. They've got to stop turning the ball over. TJ McConnell's coming in the game. Neesmith is going to the bench. I'm fine with that because Neesmith can't be in foul trouble. So... And he is in foul trouble, so they got to be careful with him. He can't get a 4th foul here. They need him for the 4th quarter. 3-point lead. 3-point lead. 56-53. Williams forces up a shot. No good. Rebound goes to Turner. Slow it down. Don't get crazy. Don't get loose with the ball. Fundamentals matter. They're going to put pressure on you. You've got to manage the ball here. Turner, open 3. Hits it. Miles Turner finally waking up and doing something, and he ties the game. 56-56. 8:24 left to go in the third. Here we go. Here comes the MVP with the response. SGA hits a 3 to give them the 3-point lead once again. What a response. The MVP got to be the MVP. 19 points for SGA. You know he's getting finals MVP if they win. Look at this defense. They're swarming. McConnell has nowhere to go with the ball. Look at the pressure. And that's a turnover. Dort gives it up. And the ball is out of bounds. On who? Been a very good NBA finals. Miles Turner played that well. He didn't foul. He just knocked the ball out. Oh, yeah, it's been a very good final. It's been a great finals. One of the best finals we've had in a long time. Nembhard being fundamental here. SGA's got to pass it out. This is what you need from Chet. Finally! Holy crap, they're showing up. Chet hits the 3, and OKC's starting to take over. The Pacers have got to find a way to keep up. McConnell turns the ball over. Dude, just lay the ball up. Just lay the ball up, TJ. What are you doing? Just lay the ball up. Another timeout's going to have to be called here. Oh, what a spin. To Williams for 3. No, in and out. You got to call another timeout either. Like again, Rick Carlisle's got to call another timeout. This is it, but this is it. This is it. This is it. We all knew if those 3 show up, it's a wrap. SGA hits some baskets. Chet just hit a 3. J-Dub hit a 3. 9-0 run for the Thunder, and Indiana may be cooked. They'll try to keep up, but Indiana may be cooked. And somebody tell TJ McConnell to calm the hell down. And somebody's got to help him. You know what? You might have to. You can't have. I'm serious. You might not be able to run this ball through TJ McConnell because they're blitzing him, and the second he gets blitzed, he's turning the ball over. The second he's getting blitzed, they're putting pressure on him. They're putting legit pressure on TJ McConnell for the first time because he's their primary ball handler. There's no Tyrese Halleburton. So he's getting blitzed and pressured the way they would blitz and pressured Halleburton, and he's not responding to it well right now. So if that's going to be the case, you might have to switch it up. Nembhard might have to be your ball handler. Maybe get Siakam in this. You're going to have to switch it up. Because TJ McConnell right now, every time he gets blitzed, he's turning the ball over. They're getting physical with him, and he's not responding to that well. So they are going to have to make some sort of adjustment there. I'm not even going to lie to you. I am not going to lie to you. They're going to have to make some sort of adjustments. Indiana Smith, that 9-0 run is brutal. And the Pacers don't have Halleburton to be able to deal with that. If the Thunder go on a run, it feels like the game's over. Right now, I'm looking at Siakam. You're the best player, and you're the one with finals experience. You won a championship. What are you going to do? Get him in the game. Like, again, TJ McConnell is not responding well to the pressure they're putting on him defensively. He's turned the ball over 3 times now. It's not working. Rick Carlisle, you're going to have to make a slight adjustment about this. I'm not saying you don't play TJ McConnell, but they're blitzing him. Somebody's got to come help him. What do you got to run a screen or something? Somebody's got to come help him. He's not responding well to the blitz. He's not. He's not responding well to the blitz. They're blitzing him. They're being physical with him. And they're putting pressure on him the way they put pressure on Halleburton. And right now, McConnell is not responding well. He's not. I'm looking at Pascal Siakam. You have to take control of this game. You are the leader right now. You're the best player right now. You are the guy with championship experience. You won a championship. You have to step up. It's on Siakam to step up. And I say this as Siakam's not even in the game. And that's what TJ McConnell should have done last possession instead of trying to force the ball on a pass. Just take that. 65-58. This is where you need defense, man. And they have to bring Nesmith back because they need defense. But they also know he's in foul trouble. So he has to be careful here. I don't know what you do. The Pacers are running out of options. They're thinned everywhere. And they're just hoping for the best. SGA gets the basket with ease. You can't even foul him there because you know he'll get free throws. 6.5 left to go. It's looking bad. It's a 9-point game at this point. I don't know what you do if you're the Pacers. You got to keep up. Obi Toppin just, yeah, this is it. It's over, guys. It's over. They're gone. They're gone. They are gone. It's over. The OKC woke up and realized there's no Halleburton. We can beat these guys. They are wounded. We can put them to bed. And SGA is getting all the space in the world, and so is Jalen Williams. They're giving them a lot of space at the three-point line, and they're getting beat right now. They're still fighting, but they don't know what they want to do offensively. Without Halleburton there, they don't know what they want to do offensively. And McConnell right now is just getting blitzed. But he's doing, that's what you know what? TJ McConnell might have to become a little bit more of a scorer. 7-point game here. He's driving to the basket right now and trying to look for other things, but now he's putting up layups. Now he's finishing at the rim. He might just have to do that. SGA for 3. Can't get it. Rebound goes to Toppin. You got to take advantage of this. These guys cannot settle for threes. You've got to get quality looks here. Don't force anything. You get it to McConnell. McConnell right now is taking over. McConnell, mid-range. McConnell puts it in. TJ McConnell is going off. I just talked about him not responding to it well, and he said, you know what, I'm going to attack the basket. If they're not going to let me pass the ball, I'm going to attack the basket. Chet with the slam. So now Chet showing up, J-Dub showing up. OKC can be able to win this. TJ McConnell's taking this his damn self. And he finishes at the rim again. The TJ McConnell game. I just called this dude out, and he's stepping up and going to the basket. TJ McConnell gonna have to be that guy. If Siakam is not on the court now at this point, somebody got to step up. Foul. That's not a shooting foul. That is not a shooting foul. You know what? This has to be the TJ McConnell game. If he's going to attack the basket like this, they're going to need this. This is the TJ McConnell moment. He might steal finals MVP if they find a way to win this one. But he's finishing from the left, finishing from the right, finishing with contact, finishing with these fadeaway. He's hitting a mid-range jump shot. He's doing everything right now. TJ McConnell's decided, I'm going to step up and score. They called that a shooting foul? Man, they be giving SGA everything, man. Like, as soon as he gets in the air, they call a foul. I can see why people are frustrated. As soon as the guy gets in the air, they call a foul. They be giving that guy everything, but he's the MVP. What are you going to do about it? They're going to hate on SGA and call him a free throw merchant because of this, but again, you can't control what the officials do. He missed the free throw. Six-point game here. Cross. There you go. SGA has not turned the ball over once. Nembhard spins. Nembhard puts up a tough mid-range jump shot. No good. I don't know why he's going to shoot that. He had a dude in the corner and did not pass out. And somebody tell Lou Dort to stop taking these threes. Lou Dort, stop chucking up threes for no reason. What is he doing? Neesmith gets it to Toppin. Obi Toppin back to McConnell. McConnell's got space. McConnell drives. TJ McConnell's going off. TJ McConnell is going off again. He might win Finals MVP if the Pacers pull this off. TJ McConnell said, you know what? I'm about to show the world who I am. 10 points in the third quarter here. He can't miss. And Lou Dort keeps chucking up threes. Lou Dort, stop chucking threes. You're bringing Indy back in this game. Here comes TJ McConnell, the real MVP. Oh, look at this, TJ. He's got Hartenstein on him. Spin. What a pass. Oh, God, look at this, dude. He can't even handle. Jesus Christ. No. These guys can't handle the basketball. Holy crap. Get Obi Toppin out if he's going to play like this. Bradley nearly lose the ball. Toppin, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? What are you doing? How are they this poor at handling the basketball? These guys are losing the ball as if they've never handled a basketball before. Man, TJ got to smack somebody, bro. He out here playing the game of his life, and y'all going to fumble the ball like that. Oh, my God. I couldn't be a player watching that, bro. I would spaz off on my teammates if I'm doing everything I need to do, and you're out here doing this. Wallace for three. Puts it in. That's a needed three. But again, they're leaving shooters open. If I'm TJ McConnell, I'm looking around. Where's the help? Where's the help? Can y'all stop turning the ball over? I'm putting everything on. They're blitzing him again. They're blitzing him again. They're blitzing him again. There's nothing he can do. Oh, my goodness. And you can't call timeout. They don't have that many timeouts left. You got to play through this. OKC's they won the championship, bro. The only person that seems to give a damn is TJ McConnell. And they're just blitzing him now. Obi Toppin can't handle the ball. Look at this dude. Oh, God. Oh, my God. They just blitzed him. They blitzed him and immediately look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What can TJ McConnell do on his own? Where is the help? Did nobody else came to play in the second half? Where's Siakam? Where's Nembhard? What the hell is Neesmith doing? Get Obi Toppin the hell out the game. Somebody show up and help TJ McConnell. A championship's on the line, and y'all playing like trash. And they got to bring out Thomas Bryant. Good God almighty, they got to bring out Thomas Bryant. By the way, do not play Bradley. Do not come back in that game. Do not put Bradley back in that game, dog. I'm serious. McConnell. Bryant, can he come in and make an impact? He misses that one. Matherin gets stripped, but it's going to go out of bounds off of OKC. Indy's done, bro. Indy might be done because, again, I'm not seeing anything from anyone else. TJ McConnell's dying out there by himself, and nobody else is helping them. Can we get some help if you're Indiana? OKC, just keep doing what you're doing, okay? Keep doing what you're doing, OKC. Other than Ludo. Jesus Christ. That's game. That's game. It's over. OKC's about to win the championship. It's over. The Oklahoma City thought they're going to win the championship. Rick Carlisle, there's nothing you can do. The second Halleburton went down, you're cooked. Siakam's not even in the game. I don't even know why you're not playing Siakam. You got Thomas Bryant. Get Siakam in the game, dude. This is over, bro. It's a wrap. Fourth quarter, no fourth quarter. This is over. Nobody's doing anything. It's a wrap. And you can't even call timeouts. They don't have that many timeouts left. You have to play these last 2 minutes without timeouts. Nobody's doing anything other than TJ McConnell. The rest of these guys on the court are useless. And Rick Carlisle's forced to call a timeout. They're down by 11. This game is over. So I want to sit back and congratulate the Oklahoma City Thunder for winning the championship because these guys, they came out here with no heart. They came out here with no heart. TJ McConnell is the only person that came out here and looked like he cared. He's the only person that came out here and looked like he cared. That's such a shame. Your leader goes down, and this is how you perform. Your leader goes down, and this is how you perform. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. We're going to sit here and watch the rest of this, but that's a wrap. Yeah, that's a wrap. We knew once OKC blew it open, it'd be a wrap, but no one else came to play. Neesmith, useless, doing nothing. Nembhard, doing nothing. TJ McConnell is putting his body on the line just for Obi Toppin to be useless. And Bradley, I don't even know why he was out there. What a damn shame. What a true shame. What a damn shame. This is just shameful. Just shameful at this point. 2 minutes left to go. You're down by 11. I don't see no run coming from the Pacers with the way they're looking right now. TJ McConnell is doing everything to keep this team alive, and nobody else is showing up. Disgraceful. Also defensively, they can't keep up. OKC, keep doing what you're doing. I picked you to win the championship. I'm not surprised. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Jalen, you stepping up. I love it. Chet getting involved. Jalen Williams step back, jump shot, goes right in. Silky smooth. You need to continue to do that. But yeah, it's over. OKC's won the championship. The fourth quarter is going to be the fourth quarter, but OKC's won the championship. And TJ McConnell is just taking it on his own. He's just going. Nobody else wants to show up. He came to play. TJ McConnell says, if no one else wants to play in this third quarter, I'll do something. I'll play. Yeah, they're just picking on these bigs. They're picking on these bigs, and it's working out. OKC winning the championship, guys. It's over. TJ McConnell, you've had a amazing... You're putting up an amazing fight here in Game 7 with Tyrese Halliburton go down. But unfortunately, no one else is showing up. I don't see Siakam doing anything. I don't see any of these other guys doing anything. Are they calling a foul here? Are they calling a foul? I think they called a foul. What are these? God. Useless. Useless. Why are you on the court? Shepard, useless. Useless. I hate seeing TJ McConnell put everything on the line and hit shot after shot, and nobody else in the quarter showed up. No one else showed up. Look at this. Oh, look at this. He missed now. There's only so much little TJ McConnell can do. The game is over. It's 79-68. The Thunder are going to win the championship. We're not even going to pretend. OKC has 2 timeouts left, and there's nothing they can do. They have to keep those 2 timeouts for the fourth quarter. That's game, man. The Thunder are going to win the championship. That's a wrap. What a shame, though. What a shame that no one else came to play in the third quarter. All right, I was hoping this would be a closer game, but this is a wrap. Guys, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. We'll see what the fourth quarter has in store, but no one is showing up. By the way, Rick Carlisle, I get that you're desperate, especially because, you lose Halleburton. These guys are in foul trouble, but you went out there and you had a lineup of bench players in an NBA Finals game. You had a lineup of bench players out there as if they were going to make a difference. And when that happened, it basically ended the game. I just want to point that out, Rick Carlisle. I know you didn't really have much of a choice, but still. Yeah, this is over. This is over. The Thunder have won the championship. So we're gonna see OKC win their first ever championship. That's it for them, bro. That's it for them. There's no magical run that's happening in the fourth quarter, not with these guys. And Siakam, to sit you as the guy that has to step up to do nothing and not even have the ball in your hands. Did Siakam even touch the ball in this third quarter? Oh, I just said it and then he just touched it. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. 81-68, that's the game. The Thunder are 12 minutes away from winning a championship. They know they're going to win this. There's nothing that needs to be said. They know that they're going to win this. We all know they're going to win this. Rick Carlisle, it's over. There's no comeback left. This is over. That's the game, guys. They'll fight in the fourth quarter because they got to make an effort. But when Rick Carlisle went to that lineup where he put a bunch of he put all his bench players out there. That was a wrap after that. I want to point this out just because we want to sit back and say this. Siakam scored 3 points in the third quarter. TJ McConnell scored 12. Nothing from Neesmith. Turner hit a 3. Nembhard, I think, hit a basket. And that was it. 20 points in the third quarter. 20 points in the third quarter. You put a bunch of bench players out there, and you've turned the ball over 15 times. This game is over. 15 turnovers to 4. That's game. 15 turnovers for the Pacers. 4 for the Thunder. It's over. So, with that being the case, barring the Thunder choking this game away, I want to sit back and talk about the Thunder winning their first NBA championship because that's most likely what's going to happen. The Pacers don't have anything left. They're dead in the water. So I want to sit back and talk about what this championship would mean to the Thunder. Even Has the Thunder won an NBA final? No, the Thunder have not won a championship. If you're talking about when they were in Seattle with the Supersonics, yeah, the Supersonics won a championship, but Seattle owns that title. It's still the same franchise, but Oklahoma City does not claim that title, and Seattle certainly does not give that title to the Thunder. The Thunder were formed in OKC in, I believe, 2008? 2000, between 2007 and 2008, they were formed. They went from Seattle Supersonics to no more, and then OKC got a team, and it was the Thunder. That was where KD and Westbrook were drafted. So I believe it was 2008. 2009, actually. I don't think it was 2007, 2008. It was 2008, 2009. Because I actually remember it was around that time. I'm pretty sure there was a jersey. There was a Russell Westbrook. Because KD played when they were still the Seattle Supersonics, and then they turned it to the Thunder. Because he was drafted by Seattle. And then Russ, he was drafted the following year, I believe. I swear there was a Russell Westbrook Seattle Supersonics jersey. Just to make sure I talk about that. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. There is, yes, there is a Russell Westbrook Seattle Supersonics. Yeah. So yeah, it was around, but they went from Supersonics to the Thunder. So no, the Thunder as a team have not won a championship before. They have not. So what this would mean for them, first of all, Seattle would be completely disgusted. I think the Seattle Supersonics are disgusted by a championship being won here. We're not even going to pretend. Seattle is going to be bitter by this. Seattle's going to be bitter. They're going to be hurt. They're going to be pissed off because their franchise got stolen from them, and then OKC goes on to win a championship. That's one. Number two, winning a championship here officially breaks the curse, which has been on OKC since they moved from Seattle to OKC. There's been a curse on them early on, and it's shown. So winning this championship tonight breaks the curse. Number three, SGA gets to be in a special class because he will be a guy that won regular season MVP, finals MVP, and a championship. And I believe he was actually in contention for the scoring title. And yeah, it's over. We know OKC's going to win the championship here. But yeah, he's going to win finals MVP. He won regular season MVP, and he's going to win the championship. He's going to be in an elite group of class. And this is going to skyrocket SGA's career, his career and his legacy all time. So that's essentially what's going to happen here. Next up, the Thunder winning a championship does so much for Sam Presti because Sam Presti's been one of the best in the game. He's the one that drafted Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. He's the one that assembled that team together, a big three in OKC that should have won a championship. He's been one of the best at the game. He's been one of the best. One of the best. And he didn't have a title to show for it. And because he didn't have a title to show for it, people looked at him and say, damn, you putting all this talent here together and you can't win a championship? That gets erased once they win this championship. So much happens here. For Indiana, it's rough, it's tough. Again, going out like this, especially when it looked like it was going to be a Tyrese Halleburton masterclass, and the game doesn't break free like this if Halliburton's there. It's a tough contested game that comes down to the wire because Halleburton was hitting his threes and he looked like he was about to have a generational game 7. But life is cruel, and sometimes you don't get to have the things you want because life is just cruel. That's unfortunate. It is what it is. But yeah, the Pacers, man, I don't know if they're gonna get back to this point, and I don't even know I don't know what's gonna happen. Halliburton most likely tore his Achilles, so he's out for all next year. The Pacers are about to dip tremendously. They're not going to be a team that's going to be in contention next year alongside a team like the Celtics. That's a wrap. The Eastern Conference is going to look very weird next year, and it really looks like it's just open up for a lot. I mean, for some of these other teams and individuals like the Knicks, maybe this opens things up for the Knicks. I don't know, but you got some guys that could potentially do something now with the Pacers potentially being out of it next year if Halliburton's injury is what we believe it is. We fear it's a torn Achilles, but we have to see. They said it was an Achilles injury, but we all saw the pop. We saw that same pop with Kevin Durant. We saw the same pop with Jason Tatum. We know it's a torn Achilles. We'll get the official report. I'm pretty sure it already came out that he did tear his Achilles. So his season is done for next year alongside that. So the Pacers are not going to be competing next year. The Celtics are not going to be competing next year. The Bucks are most likely not going to be competing next year because Dame also tore his Achilles. That's 3 teams in the Eastern Conference that's not going to be competing next year. Who else is left? You don't really have Cleveland could bounce back, I guess. Cleveland's still healthy. They still got that team. Maybe next year's the year they get it done. They ran into a Pacers team that had their number. At this point, the Cavaliers and the Knicks are the two top teams you look in the Eastern Conference that'll be competing for a title next year. Past that, I don't know. And maybe the Bucks can turn into some can turn this around and get some other star player next to Giannis to make them competitive. But honestly, the Bucks are probably not going to be competitive unless they get another star player next to Giannis. Celtics are going to try to be competitive, but they're not going to be winning a championship without Tatum. And the same thing could be said for the Pacers. They won't be getting back here without Tyrese Halliburton. So really, the next season for the Eastern Conference, the Cavaliers and the Knicks are the two top teams you got to look for. But besides that, losing this championship is going to be painful and it's going to hurt because your best player goes out there and tears his Achilles in Game 7 when it looked like he was set to have a masterclass. It's such a brutal way for the Pacers, man. You feel like the Pacers are cursed. You got to feel like Indiana's cursed. For that to happen, you got to feel like Indiana's cursed. But for the Thunder, winning this championship, that breaks their curse that was put on them when they first moved to OKC. SGA gets to be in an elite class, and that helps his legacy and how he's viewed. He might become the face of the NBA with this championship here. The Thunder win their first ever championship. Sam Presti is validated by winning a championship here. So much happens, man. My heart's broken for Halleburton, man, because this game is entirely different. This game is completely different if Halliburton's here. OKC's just got to play clean basketball for 10 minutes and they're going to hoist the trophy. The Pacers are just hoping for a miracle. At this point, I just want to say slow it down if you're the Pacers. You're going to have to slow it down. And Siakam's going to have a quarter of quarters, and guys are just going to have to make some plays. Look. Siakam can't hit the three. And it's going to be a loose ball foul on Nesmith. Yeah, this is over. So OKC is going to celebrate a title. People are going to say whatever they want to say. At the end of the day, if they would have lost, they would have laughed at them and clowned them. If they win, at the end of the day, it's going to be like, well, Halliburton went down. They're going to put an asterisk on this ring, but at the end of the day, these guys are going to be champions, and you're going to have to deal with that. So if you don't like it, it is what it is. Either way, coming into this year, there was high expectations that OKC would get to the finals and win the championship. They were the number one seeded team last year. People believed they should have been able to beat Dallas, which they should have. They lost to that Dallas team, and because they lost to that Dallas team, everyone looked at the OKC and said next year they're going to take that leap. SGA is going to become an MVP caliber guy. Jalen Williams is going to take that next step. Chet's going to be a better player, and he's going to have that improvement. They're going to win a bunch of games. They're going to be in contention for a championship. We come into this year, they win nearly 70 games. I believe they won 67, 68 games. Shea becomes the MVP. Chet takes a step forward. Jalen Williams takes a huge step forward. This Thunder team becomes an historically great defensive team. They're the number one seeded team throughout the playoffs, the best team in the league. You get all the way to the finals with home court advantage, and now you're less than 10 minutes away. It's game time from winning your first ever NBA championship. No matter what anybody wants to say, think about this. Since 8:32 in the third quarter, only TJ McConnell scored. Everybody else on that court should be ashamed of themselves. TJ McConnell is the only Pacer player to score since 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter. No one else has scored other than TJ McConnell. All of these other individuals should be ashamed of themselves. Your leader goes down and you no-show in the third quarter to put yourself in this position to be down 14? Or 16, excuse me. You're down 16. The game's over. I feel bad for TJ McConnell. He's the only one that showed up to play. The rest of these bums should be ashamed of themselves. You cost your team a chance at the title because you didn't show up to play. Nesmith gets blocked. And Siakam can't hit a shot. Yeah, this game is over. So yeah, OKC winning their first... They're dead. The Pacers are dead. They can't even score a basket at this point. So yeah, OKC winning their first title is going to be tremendous here. But the Thunder were a team that many believe could win. You know, I said it was going to be... early on, I thought it would be Boston and OKC, and I said Boston would most likely win the championship. But once Boston went down, it was clear OKC would win this. And at this point, you're the Pacers. You're just sitting there and you're dealing with it. And you can see the Pacers fans, they're just crushed. It's over. It's an 18-point game. They can't come back from this in 9 minutes. No one else is scoring the ball other than TJ McConnell. The rest of these bums are just not showing up. It's bad. Look at this. He gets blocked by Chet Holmgren. It's over. They keep trying to force the issue in the paint, and they keep getting rejected. They can't hit open threes. They can't hit shots in the basket. It is over. So congratulations, Chet. I'm sorry, SGA for three. Well, he just pushed them hard, but it doesn't matter. The game's over. But congratulations to the Thunder. I picked them to win this series, and they're gonna do so. It's just unfortunate how they won. If they would have done this with Tyrese there, it's fine. Game's over. It doesn't even matter if in the end they call the timeout. The game's over. Does it matter? The game's over. So OKC is gonna win their first ever championship, and people are just gonna have to deal with that. People are just gonna have to deal with that. But it is cool to see OKC finally get over the hump. You know, they had that previous big three, and it didn't work out, and this time they're going to get it done. I ain't gonna lie. This right here, this makes Tyrese Halliburton look better because you can clearly see he's the offense, man. This offense looks anemic without Tyrese Halliburton. He doesn't have to score to be effective, but he runs the offense and set these guys up for great looks, and he himself can score too. Without Tyrese Halliburton out there, they just look awful. They look awful. The only person that has scored for the Pacers in the last, what is it, from 8:32 in the last 10 minutes of game time. In the last 10 minutes, actually maybe more than that. In the last 12 minutes of game time, because it was 8 minutes all the way down, and there was for the last 8 minutes, the only Pacers player to score a basket or score points from the last 12 minutes of game time has been TJ McConnell. Pascal Siakam has done nothing. Pascal Siakam has done nothing. Andrew Nemhar's done nothing. Neesmith's done nothing. What's his name? Miles Turner's done nothing. Nobody else is doing anything. I thought they would have came out of the locker room inspired. You had the lead at half. I thought they would have came out here inspired and say, you know what? We can do this. We can do this. We're going to fight to the end and show we can do this. They came out here and they got thrashed. The game is over. The Thunder are just waiting for the clock to run down. And the Pacers are just waiting for the clock to run down so they can just go home. This is brutal. You got to feel like you're cursed if you're the Pacers. Because there's no way in the Game 7 where your best player looked like he was about to have a masterclass performance, to see him go down with a torn Achilles, you got to be cursed if you're the Pacers. I can't even lie. If you're the Pacers, you got to feel like you're cursed. There's no way this normally happens like that. This is crazy. Peace out, Cameron. Peace out, man. It's over. The Thunder won a championship. I'm just waiting for this to finish. I may be here for the ceremony because I want to see who's Finals MVP, and then after that, I'm checking out and calling it a night. Offensive foul. Yeah, this game's over. Way to do nothing, Miles Turner. With Game 7, longest tenure Pacer, didn't do a damn thing in this game. Way to go, Miles Turner. And Miles Turner's hurt too. So Miles Turner is limping right now. I mean, that's just wraps up this whole thing. Yeah, this game's on wraps, guys. It's over. It's a wrap. This is such a bittersweet ending to this series, man. All the game sevens so far have been just terrible endings. We haven't gotten a game seven that's just been like these postseason. All the game sevens that we've gotten, just terrible endings. Oh, now you want to do something, Siakam? I mean, the game's already over. But I mean, I guess congrats on hitting a mid range. 5 of 12 from Siakam. You know, the guy with championship experience could not step up and make this a game. I don't care who wins. This isn't my team's. But I wanted a competitive game seven. I thought we were going to get that. And once Halleburton went down, it was just awful. It was awful, man. The second Halleburton went down, the competitiveness felt like it was going to be gone. But what surprised me was they kept fighting, and I thought that would be the second half. I still thought OKC was going to win. At no point in this game did I think OKC was not going to win the game. I picked OKC to win, but I thought this would have been a more interesting ending. We all expected that with the way this series went. But to see it come down to this, it's unfortunate, man. This is just rough. Rough way to end the season, man. This has been such an amazing series, and to see it go out like this, especially when your best player goes down, they're fighting in the first half, and then they just stop doing things in the third quarter. At this point, they're just forcing things. What's going on, John? We're just waiting for this to happen. OKC's won the championship. We're just waiting for the trophy ceremony. We could be like, oh, 6:48. You just got off work. John, you missed a lot, bro. You missed a lot. You have missed a lot. That's all I'm going to say. I'm pretty sure you already caught up with what happened in this game, but you missed a lot. Everything went to hell after halftime. But congrats to OKC for actually doing what I said they needed to do. I said Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams needed and J-Dub needed to step up in order for them to win the title, and they did that. So you can be happy to know that those guys stepped up. But it's just unfortunate that no Pacers players showed up other than TJ McConnell in the third quarter. And look at this. They can't even hold on to the ball. What are they even doing out here? But Indiana, to go out like this, you got to feel like you're cursed, man. Game 7, your best player is out there balling out. Looks like he's getting ready to have a masterclass performance, only for him to suffer the worst possible injury. The worst time. It's just unfortunate, too. It really is. Pacers done gave up. There's no way they make it to the playoffs next year. There's no Tyrese Halliburton. Whether they make it to the playoffs or not, anything that they could have done next year is eliminated. It's like Boston. Anything Boston could have done, over. Anything the Bucks could have done, over. Unless they get another star for Giannis. But when your best player goes down, there's nothing. Celtics are going to fight. They're going to be competitive. They'll be a playoff team, but they're not winning a championship without Jason Tatum. And this Pacers team has no shot to get back to the finals next year without Tyrese Halliburton. Doesn't matter what they do next year. They're not going to be good enough to get it done without their best player and their leader. Benedict Mathurin, 3 of 10 shooting. Wow, so shocking. Pacers trying to fight. Mathurin is fouled. He's going back to the free throw line. He's trying to make this a 15-point game. 6 minutes left. They're still trying to show some fight. OKC's just trying to run the clock. You can tell. OKC right now is just trying to drain the clock and win the championship. Pacers right now are trying to make a last-ditch effort to try to close this, to try to close the gap and make this a potential like close game, down the wire game. They're doing everything they can right now. They're still fighting, but man, when you play the way they've played, it's been rough. And Mathurin has to make his free throws. They can't afford to miss any free throws here. He's got to make his free throws, and they got to tighten up on defense. But the Thunder, I want to point this out, Thunder. There's 6 minutes left. You haven't won the championship yet. We all believe you're going to win the title, but you need to close this out. There's way too much time on the clock to just sit back. There's way too much time to just sit back and think this game is over, knowing the Pacers have gone on runs. He made both free throws. It's a 15-point game. OKC cannot get complacent here. They can't get comfortable. Sitting there and thinking you can just run the clock is not the idea you want to do. Lou Dort's going to go to the free throw line. They're going to review this. They're just delaying the inevitable. Such an unfortunate end, man. All right, Lou Dort, free throws here. So the Rockets finally got rid of that trash can. Yeah, they traded for Kevin Durant. And then they traded Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and some draft picks for Kevin Durant. Way did not show up in the third quarter, Pacers. You could have made this an interesting game. But congratulations to OKC, man. They deserve this. Seattle's gonna be drinking tonight. The citizens of Seattle, they're gonna be drinking tonight. They're gonna be drinking tonight in depression. They won't be drinking in celebration. OKC will be drinking in celebration. Meanwhile, Seattle's gonna be drinking their pain away. It's going to be a very tough night for Seattle. I cannot lie to you. It's going to be a very tough night for Seattle. Rockets were never going to win the chip with that, but I'm glad he's out of Houston. Him not showing up in the playoffs was really bad. I ain't going to lie. Whoa! He landed on his hip. He landed on his side. You saw his hip hit. Oh, he bounced. He bounced off the ground sideways. That's painful. See how people go be. That's crazy. Oh, but they're gonna be feeling it, man. This is gonna be an emotional night for Oklahoma City, and it's gonna be a very, very painful night for the citizens of Seattle. Like Seattle fans, I don't even know how you could feel at this point, man. Like Seattle Superstars, like the citizens of Seattle, this is gonna hurt. They lost their basketball team, and Oklahoma took that from them, and now they're about to win a championship. It's gonna feel like you know what? In terms of what's it called, NFL version, this has got to be what the Browns feel like when the Browns got stolen from them, and Art Modell goes to Baltimore, and then they win a championship. This is exactly what it's got to feel like. It took longer than expected. They should have been won a championship, but still, it feels like that. Your team got stolen away from your city, and then the new city they go and win a championship. Yeah, Seattle fans about to feel, well, Supersonic fans about to feel the same way Browns fans feel. The difference is at least Seattle won a championship. The Browns did win NFL championships with Jim Brown, but they didn't win a Super Bowl, and that's kind of the aspect there. Not winning a Super Bowl. And look at this. They're not even hustling for the rebounds. The game is over. We know the Seahawks and the Colts ain't making it to the playoffs the way basketball teams play. At the end of the day, the Thunder are just killing time. Reinstate the Bullets in Baltimore and the Sonics in Seattle. Well, they were talking about expansion teams, and if they're gonna make this, if this is a legit thing, they might as well bring Seattle back. 5 minutes left until the Thunder get the title. Mathurin is making this interesting because it's a 12-point game now. So Benedict Mathurin's actually making this interesting. This is the last push that the Indiana Pacers are making for the season. The championship's on the line, and Benedict Mathurin is making a last-second push. Oklahoma City right now is not taking this seriously. I feel OKC's not taking this seriously. They're just jacking up shots. They're being very callous with the basketball. They just want to kill the clock and win a championship. But again, there's too much time left on the clock to just be letting this happen. They need to get aggressive. If the Pacers get back in this, it becomes a highly pressured game. And you don't want to play a highly pressured game when you had the lead. So the Pacers got to keep doing what they're doing, and the Thunder need to take this more seriously. The Thunder got to step up. I'm not going to lie to you. The Thunder have got to step up. Cannot be doing this. Yeah, we remember the Harlem Globetrotters. But yeah, they got to step up, man. OKC got to step up and finish this game. You're letting the Pacers get back in this, and you don't want to do that. But yeah, Benedict Mathurin showing up when his team needs him. Finally actually doing something. Congrats to him. Finally someone other than TJ McConnell. Yeah, prayers to Tyrese. I won't ever wish. Yeah, no one ever wishes harm or injury on somebody. You gotta hustle. You gotta hustle. Foul. Yeah, you didn't give him landing space. You gotta give him landing space. We know he's not missing those free throws. I was right. SGA did lead the league in scoring. So he got a scoring title, regular season MVP, finals MVP, NBA championship, all in the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, but who cares? All in one season. He's joining an elite group. I don't know how many guys have done that before. Come on, TJ. You're not. Come on, TJ. I know he's trying to get that, but buddy, you can't force yourself into the paint. You cannot force yourself into the paint. But it looks like Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren stepped up. Oh, what a block. What a block. Mathurin gets fouled. Oh! Mathurin is taking some shots here, man. If SGA fouls out this game, this could get dangerous. There's too much time left, and the game has gotten a little bit tight. And they don't have a challenge left, do they? SGA has 5 fouls. If he fouls out, this is a problem. Oh, they have a challenge left. Okay.
Shay's hand. One. Oh, right. Yeah, there's not much there. What about the travel, though? 1, 2. They call it a gather. They call it a gather.
You know, they're not reversing that over a travel. Stop wasting our time.
It's only in the NBA. Only kids do not try that at home. The gather gets a little bit of rope on those. That's a lot of rope. Upon review, following the gather, the arm-to-arm contact by the defender is directly leading a defensive foul.
SGA has 5 fouls. There's 4 minutes left, and it's a 14-point game with Mathurin going to the free throw line to make this potentially 12. This is dangerous. I'm telling you, OKC's playing with a little fire here. The game is not over. We all feel the game is over, but they got to close this out. And I didn't realize SGA was in foul trouble. If he fouls out, and this potentially goes to OT for the championship, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if that happens, that's the scariest thought in the world. The scariest thought in the world for OKC. Mathurin at the free throw line to try to make this a 12-point game. Again, they can't afford to miss out on points. He's got to hit his free throws. He makes the first free throw. 93-80. 4:11 left to go. There's too much time in a 13-point game. Yeah. OKC is playing with fire right now. And SGA has 5 fouls. If I'm the Pacers, I'm going at him. I have to go at him. I have to get him on the 6th foul. Mathurin has hit every free throw he's taken. 12-point game. You got to go at, I'm telling you, you got to go at SGA. You got to go at SGA. They got to call a timeout. Is that their last timeout? The Thunder are out of timeout now. The Thunder cannot call timeouts. They're out of timeouts. Wow. This is dangerous. There's 4:11 left, and it's a 12-point game. And SGA, SGA with 5 fouls. SGA with 5 fouls. I did not realize he was in foul trouble, but SGA with 5 fouls is dangerous. If he fouls out, I don't know how this game goes. There's too much time left. If SGA fouls out with enough time for a comeback, what happens here? You got to look at J-Dub and Chet to finish this off. But if you lose the MVP with the championship on the line while the Pacers are trying to make a comeback, what happens? And again, if you are the Indiana Pacers, you know he has 5 fouls. You have to go at him. You have to go at him. You got to force him to get that 6th foul. And at that point, you take him out the game and you got a chance. But you've got to go at him. If you got a chance to force an offensive foul, you got to do it. Oh, that's a terrible matchup. No. TJ McConnell on SGA? That's too easy, but they're settling for threes. The OKC's got to stop settling for threes. 3:40 left to go in this game. McConnell. He's trapped. He's trapped and lost the ball. Jump ball here. Mathurin and SGA. And now Mathurin is hurt. And he's bleeding too. He's got some... Oh, sorry, not Mathurin. No, yeah, Mathurin. Yeah, Mathurin's down. He's bleeding. He's got some blood on his elbow. Man, Mathurin's taking a beating here in this game. It's him with Chet. Oh, God. SGA gets it. 3.5 left to go. 12-point game. Why do they have TJ McConnell on SGA? Where's the help? Pacers have a chance. TJ McConnell's going to be smarter than that. You see him coming. What are you doing? Slow it down and protect the ball. The Pacers just don't learn from anything. Caruso could take this. Jalen Williams for the dagger. They're settling for threes. Chet gets the offensive rebound. That's going to be a foul. Pacers running out of time because they're not taking advantage of these opportunities. OKC's missing shot after shot, and the Pacers can't capitalize. Again, McConnell, pay attention! Chet got to hit his free throws, though. In and out. Thunder have got to make their free throws. They're missing a bunch of free throws today. Well, other than the SGA, everyone's been missing free throws. Chet has to step up and make this free throw here. If you're the Pacers, you got to box out in case he misses this. He makes the second one. It is a 13-point game with 2:47 left, and you're running out of time if you are the Pacers. This is where they're going to start taking those shots. They keep trying to get in the paint. Nothing's happening in the paint. Nembhard's going to take a deep three. He's going to put it in. They're going to start taking these three-point shots. And nobody was there to check on Chet. You've got to be there to check. Chet was just streaking by himself, and no one was paying attention. Mathurin with a quick layup and is back to a 10-point game. There's 2 minutes left. No. TTBG, we can't say that yet. We've seen choking performances. We've seen the Pacers be down in these situations and find a way to come back. So we can't completely say it's over yet, but the margin of error is 0 for the Pacers. Every single defensive possession, they've got to make a stop. Every single offensive possession, they can't do that. Neesmith, what are you doing? That's free throws for SGA. And Neesmith is... This dude is a... Oh, my God. He's fouled out in half the games. What is he thinking? Oh, go kick the chair. You've been falling for the fakes all series long. SGA cooked you completely throughout the series. He's fouled out 3 times now in the finals. You can't keep falling for the fakes, dude. It's SGA. How many times are you going to foul out? What is wrong with this dude? Foul out after foul out after foul out. And with the game on the line, with the season on the line, with the championship on the line, he fouls out. Wow. Moron. SGA, calm, cool, collected, hit these free throws and collect your finals MVP in 2 minutes. Collect your finals MVP in 2 minutes. Nembhard, just start chucking up threes. I ain't gonna lie. You're down 12. You might as well chuck up some threes. Foul. I don't need a foul right now if I'm the Pacers. He's fouled out 3 times in 7 games. He's a crash out. All he does is go up. He's a crash out. What is he doing? It's a legitimate crash out. He missed the free throw. I'm purposely missing that. I'm missing the second free throw if I'm Nembhard. We've got to get this ball. Miss it purposely, and then you got to go get the rebound. There's not enough time for you to sit back and think, oh, we're good. There's a minute 41 left. I may have to miss this second one purposely. I ain't even going to lie to you. That's just me, but I know they're still going to fight. 9-point game. Thunder have to be smart this last 90 seconds. If they're smart this last 90 seconds, they're going to close this out and win the title. The Pacers can't afford to foul. All right, come on, bro. That's too soft to call. That's a soft call. They just want to get this over with and get the title to the OKC. That's a soft call. That's a soft call. Given the amount of physicality we've seen here in the finals, that's a soft call for a foul. They just want this game to be over with. OKC's already going to win the title. We all know it, but that's such a soft foul. That is such a soft foul. That is such a soft foul. We all know it. Hit your free throws and go collect your title. That's such a soft foul. Gotta feel bad for the Pacers, man. And Sam Presti's got to be the happiest man in the world. That was such a soft foul. Like any contact and they're ready to call. That's disgusting. That is disgusting work. That is disgusting work. Such a soft foul there. Given the circumstances, I'm not calling a foul there. It's been physical all game, all series. Let the physicality be there. There's an extent in which you got to call the foul. If the dude's up in the air and gets smacked, I get it. But it's like any slight hesitation, free throws. Like, come on, dude. 125 and the Thunder are going to win a title. The fans are standing up. At this point, you just got to chuck some threes up. Nembhard is not getting any space. Oh, but that doesn't get a foul. That doesn't get a foul. There's contact there, but that doesn't get a foul. Yeah, the game is over. A minute left before the Thunder are crowned champions. Siakam, look at this. Dude, he literally did that on the other way and you didn't call it. They know the game's over. They don't care. They know the game's over and they don't care. You can clearly watch. They know the game is over. They don't care. Nembhard literally got hit in the hand and then got stripped. They don't call it. And then again here with Siakam, they call it. They know the game's over. They just want to get it over with. They're not even giving Indiana a shot here. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And these are the type of things people talk about with OKC. But again, that's the refs. The players can't control that. At the end of the day, that third quarter cost you the championship. If you're the Pacers, that third quarter with only TJ McConnell was doing anything, that last 8.5 minutes in the third quarter cost you an NBA championship. A minute left, 14-point game. At this point, you just got to chuck up threes. Yeah, that's game. Wow, that was pathetic. Yeah, Neesmith's crying. You probably shouldn't have fouled out. You keep fouling out in the games. I feel bad for him though. You're an athlete. You're gonna be teary-eyed and cry when you lose in these situations. But you probably shouldn't have been a crash out as well. It's gonna be a depressing time for Indiana, man. You just feel like you're cursed. You get so close to winning a championship, and then this happens. Meanwhile, the Thunder are gonna celebrate their first ever NBA championship. 40 seconds left before the NBA season comes to an end. 40 seconds left. Lou Dort with the dagger. And it's time to celebrate a title in OKC. They struggle, but it don't matter. They're going to get the ring. It's time to celebrate a title for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They know the title's here. The celebration is on. 32 seconds left. Alex Caruso pumping up the crowd. Lou Dort pumping up the crowd. The bench players getting ready to come out and get some minutes in the NBA Finals. This is what it's all about. This is what they worked for. The starters are leaving. The bench players are coming in. The Thunder are taking out their starters. The Pacers are taking out their starters. This has been one of the craziest postseasons I've ever seen. The immense run of the Indiana Pacers is one of the greatest runs in NBA history, and it's been an absolute joy and pleasure to watch. The OKC Thunder had their biggest test. We weren't sure if this Thunder team would get it done, but the Thunder's grow-up moment was the 7-game series against the defending, well, not the defending champ, but against the Denver Nuggets, who were defending champions. Weren't the defending champions, but they were a prior champion. So it was up to them. It was absolutely up to them to be able to get it done. It was a 7-game series against the best player in the league, Nikola Jokic, and that Denver team. The grow-up game for the Oklahoma City Thunder was that game against the Denver Nuggets. They pulled it off. They beat the Nuggets. And at that point, we said they've grown up. They've grown up, and they're going to get this done. They thoroughly handle the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals. And then they deal with this 7-game slugfest against an Indiana Pacers team. Now, if you're Indiana, you're heartbroken because, again, if you're a Pacers fan, you're going to sit back and believe you would have won this game if Tyrese Halliburton didn't get hurt. That's the one thing that's going to be on every Pacer fan's mind. Every single Pacers fan is going to sit back and say, we win this championship if Tyrese Halliburton doesn't tear his Achilles. So that's going to be on the mind of every single Pacers fan. It's going to be one of the most painful losses in franchise history. It's going to be one of the toughest losses, but there's nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. 20 seconds left, and OKC is going to celebrate a title. At this point, they're going to let them dribble it out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the NBA season has officially come to an end. After a tough, grueling 7-game series, we have finally come to the end. The Oklahoma City Thunder are your 2024-2025 NBA champions. For the first time in franchise history, or the second time if you count Seattle, whatever, but the Oklahoma City Thunder have officially won the NBA championship. They have got it done. It was a tough, grueling 7-game series, but the Thunder have finally won a title. OKC has won a title. This era's Big Three found a way to get it done. They found a way to win a championship. The previous OKC Big Three was not able to get it done. This Big Three was able to get it done. SGA joins a very elite group of individuals. We'll see if he wins Finals MVP, but I believe he did. He's going to be one of the few players in NBA history to win a scoring title, win a regular season MVP, win the championship, and win Finals MVP. That's an elite group to be a part of. An elite group to be a part of. His career, his legacy is going to skyrocket with this win. Amazing, amazing. What a season by the Thunder. You were the number 1 seeded team in the Western Conference. You had the best record in the NBA. You had the league MVP. You won 68 games. You were expected to win a championship. The expectation and pressure was on you to win a title, and you pulled it off. You got it done. It wasn't easy. It took a 7-game series against the best player in the NBA, Nikola Jokic. It took that one. And it took a 7-game series in the NBA Finals to get it done. But they were able to win the title. Despite what people want to say about this Thunder team, despite how they feel about them, these guys still had to go out there and earn it. And they earned it. Every single moment of it, they earned it. You can feel however you want to feel about the outcome. You cannot change what happened. It's unfortunate, it's painful, it's tough that the Indiana Pacers lost their best player in the first quarter. Because if he's here, maybe the outcome's different. But we don't know. And the unfortunate part is we'll never know. The Pacers, they had a shot to win a title. And there's a good chance they're probably not going to get back to this anytime soon, especially with their best player suffering the injury he did. But for the Thunder, to get it done, it means a lot. And Tyrese Halliburton's out there to support his teammates as they're coming back in, man. He's in crutches, man. He's just coming out to support everybody that's coming out here. It's a tough way to end the season. They're heartbroken. They're in pain. Every single Pacers player and fan fully believes they win this championship tonight if if Tyrese Halliburton doesn't get hurt. But there's nothing you can do about it. Life can be cruel sometimes, but this is a part of sports, man. And TJ McConnell's just heartbroken. TJ McConnell's heartbroken. He's hugging his mom. He's heartbroken right now, man. TJ McConnell is heartbroken. He's devastated. He's crying right now. It's the brutality of sports, man. Somebody has to win and somebody has to lose. And yeah, McConnell's just crying, and you know he's got Reggie Miller back there just hugging TJ McConnell. McConnell gave everything he had, man. He tried to carry this team when Tyrese Halliburton went down, and no one else responded. He did whatever he could. He did whatever he could. He gave it his all. He gave it his best. There's nothing you can do. At the end of the day, it's sports. It's competition. This is what they play for. You sit back and you give yourself an opportunity and a chance to go win. You do your best. You do all you can, and you live with the result. It's unfortunate. Yeah, he's really heartbroken. TJ McConnell's just crying, seriously. But it's tough. At the end of the day, in sports, in competition, there has to be a winner, there has to be a loser. And it's never fun to be in the losing side of this. It's unfortunate that the Pacers have to go through this because, man, they are definitely one of the most cursed franchises. And this is going to add to the curse. You're in a Game 7 for the championship, and your franchise leader and your best player tears his Achilles when it looks like he was about to have a masterclass performance. It's got to be one of the most brutal losses in franchise history and one of the most cursed moments in franchise history. As a Pacers fan, I don't know how you feel, man. I don't know how you feel after this, because part of you feels like you would have won the championship if Tyrese Halliburton doesn't get hurt. But the other part of you feels like you're never going to get to know that. Well, the other part of you knows that you're never going to get to know that answer, and you can't definitively say they win even if Halliburton doesn't get hurt. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. They did everything they could, man. They did everything they could. But we knew the game was over the second they lost Tyrese Halliburton, man.
The fun I had tonight. The moment was amazing. The fans were amazing. And it was so much fun. Exactly what I expected. Congratulations to you. I'll see you up on stage in a little bit.
This is tough, man. This is tough. But for the Thunder, you did it. You did it, man. You did it. SGA is about to get his finals MVP. He's about to join an elite group of people, man. And also, I gotta say this right now. Jalen Williams, shout out to you. I was saying it at halftime, you have to answer the call. And I was hoping SGA talked to him and said, buddy, I need you to show up in the second half. Chet Holmgren, shout out to you. I said you needed to show up in the second half if you were going to win this. Honestly, it felt like Chet might have been playing for his future. Chet Holmgren might have been playing for his future. And I don't think he's leaving OKC after this. Chet legitimately, it felt like he was playing for his future. Because if they lose this game, they got to trade him. They lose the game, they got to trade him. I'm not even going to lie. Chet had 5 blocks in this game. He stepped up majorly in the second half and he was a shot blocker. He was an enforcer. He did everything he needed to do defensively. He was getting offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, making stops to the rim. He was a full-on rim protector. He stepped up and showed up in the second half. And honestly, that performance by him in the second half guarantees his future in OKC. I don't see how you can trade him after that. That man felt like it really felt like he was playing for his future in OKC. It felt like he was playing for his future in OKC, and he got it done. And here we go. All of the Super Bowl commercials, all the commercials for OKC, now that they've won the championship, they're going to line them up in the row because you have to line them up in the row. But, man, it's crazy. You know, I never, after KD left, Russ, I didn't think OKC would win a title. I knew Sam Presti was great, and he would find a way to get them back, but I legitimately didn't know if they'd win another title. I didn't know if they would get back to this point and actually get it done. For them to be able to pull it off and get back to this point and win, it means a lot, man. City of Seattle's devastated. They're going to be drinking tonight in depression, but still, there's nothing they can do about it. Yeah, bunch of Super Bowl, just bunch of championship commercials, man. I ain't gonna lie, I feel bad for TJ McConnell. That really hurt.
Well, for the first time, 7 different champions in 7 years started in 2019 with Toronto. Lakers in the bubble, and then Milwaukee, their first.
I'm waiting for it to be announced because we know it's going to be announced, but I need to see it be officially announced so I can actually read off. I need to read off what SGA pulled up here. I need to express what SGA has just officially done. So I'm waiting for the trophy ceremony to happen, and then I'm gonna head on out. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for Shea to get his Finals MVP, and once he gets the Finals MVP, I'm gonna read off what Shea accomplished this year. This puts him up here with some of the greats. His legacy skyrockets. And this also secures a Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. I'm willing to put that there for Shea, but I know he's probably going to need to play some more years. The Basketball Hall of Fame is not difficult to get into. For him to have all of this, he's going to the Hall of Fame, by the way. But I am happy for OKC. I'm glad they finally got it done and won the championship. But I feel my heart's broken for Indiana, man. Also, Sam Presti, this is huge for him. That dude been needed to get a title for validation. He put together 2 Hall of Fame level teams and finally got the championship needed. This could be the start of a dynasty for OKC. Now that you've gotten over the mountaintop and have won, you know what that feeling is. You come back next year, you capitalize on this. Honestly, with the way the East looks, whoever gets out of the Western Conference is going to win the title. So the Thunder have a chance. If they stay healthy next year, the Thunder have a chance to repeat. The Thunder have a fantastic chance to repeat. This could be the start of a dynasty for OKC.
Clay Bennett, Sam Presti, Coach Dagnoff, and this amazing team. Congratulations. You're the 2025 NBA champions.
I'm just waiting for it because they gotta get Finals MVP. And once they give it to Shea, I'm gonna read off what Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has accomplished this year. Finally, a good playoff run, dude. It's been one of the best playoff we've had in a long time. One of the greatest playoffs we've had in a long time, and it's been amazing to watch. It's been a joy. Shout out to the Pacers, man. They gave everything they had, and I gotta tell you, man, that was one of the greatest playoff runs I've ever seen. Being here and watching the Pacers throughout their journey, throughout their run, has been amazing. And I know it didn't end the way they wanted to, but at least appreciate the moments. As a Heat fan that knows what that feels like, because we had our 2023 run where we had a lot of amazing moments, but it didn't end the way we wanted to end, I know how you feel. It's not fun to be on the losing side. It's not fun to be on the losing side. As a Heat fan, I know how it feels to be on the winning side and know how it feels to be on the losing side. And it's not fun. And that 2023 run with the Heat still stick with me to this day. I can still go back and watch moments from that postseason run. But I know how the ending happens. And it's not fun to watch that ending. But that's just how things end, man. It's sports. There's going to be a winner and a loser. And OKC understood what was on the line. And as soon as Tyrese Halleburton went down, they knew there was zero excuses for them to not win this championship. By the way, the Clippers continue to be the most poverty franchise in NBA history, or one of the most poverty franchises in NBA history. This championship goes out to the Clippers. You traded all those pieces for Paul George. You traded SGA, all those pieces, all those draft picks. You traded SGA and all those draft picks. You traded away your future to get Paul George, and it didn't pay off a lick. You didn't win a damn thing. All you got out of that deal was a Western Conference Finals appearance. I hope it was worth it, Clippers. Meanwhile, the Thunder got one of the best players in the league and potentially the next face of the NBA in an MVP, and soon to be Finals MVP, and now a champion. So congratulations to you, Clippers. I hope you guys enjoy this moment. Your poverty franchise just became even more laughable. The Paul George trade still stands out as one of the worst trades in NBA history, and OKC is going to thank you every single day. Hey, Paul George said he had unfinished business with OKC. What he meant was, I'm going to find a way to get you guys a championship by me being the sole piece that the Clippers' dumb self would be willing to take. At the same time, I'm blaming Kawhi Leonard. On one hand, the Clippers did that dumb move, but on the other hand, Kawhi refused to go there. Kawhi was not going to go there if Paul George didn't come there. And they knew for a fact that if Kawhi Leonard did not go to the Clippers, he was going to join LeBron and AD in LA. So it's such an unfortunate situation. I'm just saying, was there other conversations the Clippers could have had? Could have been another player other than Paul George? Could he have talked to anybody else? Would Kawhi have taken any other star player other than Paul George? Or were they dead set on Paul George? This might be more of a Kawhi thing than a Clippers thing. Because Kawhi was not coming to LA without a star. And he wanted Paul George. And if they didn't get Paul George, what were they going to do? Kawhi would have went to the Lakers, and it's a different conversation. Here we go. Finals MVP goes to SGA.
For the first time in 25 years,
Uh-huh.
the same player won the regular season MVP,
Yep. It's SGA.
title, and now he's your finals MVP.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has officially won Finals MVP as expected. So let me just read this off to you. Shai Gilgeous, saying his name wrong. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander won the scoring title. Sorry, let me start this all over. Because it's not even just about winning this and stuff. This is what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did this year. He won a scoring title. He was all NBA first team, won an NBA MVP, won the Western Conference Finals MVP, and just won Finals MVP in the championship. We'll take away the Finals MVP, but he joins an elite class of players that won a scoring title, regular season MVP, championship, and Finals MVP all in the same year. This puts him in a different stratosphere.
Yeah, it means everything. That's why you play the sport. You play the sport to win. You play every sport to win. We have a team full of competitors. We did what it took this year to be champions, and we deserve this. We rose to the moment. Here we are.
But anyway, guys, this is it for me. I know after that game, the whole stadium's okay. That's weird. That's a weird. Okay, man. I'm gonna ignore that comment. I'm not even gonna go and entertain that tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the NBA season has officially. Wow, this has been out like it don't matter. The NBA season has officially come to an end. A champion has been crowned. I'm gonna mute this for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the NBA season. Ow, my throat. Wow. I was choking on something. Woo! Let's get this ending right. We gotta close out the live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the NBA season has officially come to an end. An NBA champion has been crowned, and it is the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have won the title. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is Finals MVP. What a season. What a postseason. One of the most entertaining postseasons I've watched in a long time. One of the best postseasons I've witnessed in a long time. But the season has officially come to an end. It is June 22nd, 2025. The NBA season has officially come to an end. So you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what that means. We all know what that means. The torture. The torture. The endless journey. Ladies and gentlemen, the endless journey. We're back on it, huh? With the NBA season coming to an end, we are officially back towards pivoting to the NFL. We're a month away from training camp officially kicking off. And once training camp starts, we all know what that means. Football's back. And once again, as a Ravens fan, we must start the journey up again. And we'll have to see what we do this year. Oh boy. I'm gonna make a video about this, obviously, because I had a lot of things to say at the end of our playoff game against the Buffalo Bills. I had a lot to say. You guys know my feelings and emotions in terms of how I felt at that moment and how I felt in regards to the Ravens and talking about them and all that other stuff. And I told you guys I was going to take some time to truly sit back and think and evaluate and see what I was going to do moving forward and how I was going to feel about the Ravens moving forward. We've had this time. Obviously, you guys haven't seen me upload it much. It's been a lot that's been happening recently. Yeah, we're going to have that video. With the NBA season coming to an end, we do pivot to the NFL. The Ravens, it's about that time again. And this year, it feels like it's going to be one of the most chaotic years for the Ravens. I have no idea if it's going to end in the trophy, but there's a lot that's happened with the Ravens. I mean, they went into this offseason, took that loss to the Bills really, really bad. They chose to keep Mark Andrews. They extended Derrick Henry. They gave an extension to, or gave a contract to Rashad Bateman. They retained Ronnie Stanley, which is still the biggest offseason move. They retained Ronnie Stanley and gave him a contract. He stayed in Baltimore. They brought back Chuck to help out with the defense. They brought back a bunch of guys. No, they brought back Chuck, who wasn't doing anything, to come and revitalize this defense. And they went in and made some moves too. They got DeAndre Hopkins, and recently we just saw they got Jair Alexander. I'll talk all about this in a video probably at some point this week because the NBA season's come to an end, but we will have to talk about that. But yeah. The Ravens right now with where they stand, which is going to be a whole thing as we restart this whole journey with the Ravens once again. With the way the Ravens stand right now, they're in a situation in which they have to get it done this year. We're not going to do the whole this is our year, the whole we gotta they're favored to do. None of that matters. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to discuss it. And I will have to speak about this in this video in the video I'm going to make later on this week, or maybe I make it tomorrow. Who knows? It's going to come out this week. But we do have to talk about the Ravens in terms of where they stand and how things go for them this season, in terms of how it should go for the Ravens if everything works out the way it's supposed to. The simplest thing I can say, and I'll say this in the video, is that if the Ravens can stay upright, if this unit as a whole can stay upright for 17 games, they better be holding the trophy in February. But we'll have to talk about that. We'll get into that whole situation and conversation this week. There's a lot of stuff that's happened, and I will be sure to talk about that. But that's pretty much it for me. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this. Thank you so much for tuning in, and that's the end of the NBA season. So, Thunder win the championship. Season comes to an end. We pivot back to football. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you tuning into the live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching and enjoying this Game 7 with me. That's all for me. I'm going to head on out of here. Be sure to stay safe.